I also have to take another antibiotic, which is what I'm not looking forward to. This thing is like, yeah, great, my stomach feels like ass now, and then I need to take another antibiotic immediately, and it's not going to feel better. All right,
Yeah.
we are live. People are going to immediately hear me complaining about my stomach if they watch the video on demand. So shout out to my stomach family. We are live.
Shout out to the bacteria in my stomach. Let's see. The way this game is advertised is also pretty like, yeah, like you said, no NFTs, nothing's mentioned here.
Oh
Let's
my
see.
gosh, get the fuck out of here. All right, now I just got to post on Twitter. We are live for Off the Rails. I'm like, what are we even doing today? Also, might play some. Let's tag NFL rivals in this.
Hmm. It says collect digital player cards and build your dream team of NFL superstars. It does not mention anything about like.
In the game either.
What's
Like, I think you can buy NFTs in the game store. Like, they have a drop that costs $15 for one player. Fairly positive
Yeah.
that's an NFT. You can buy it with fiat. Nowhere does it say it's an NFT anywhere. Like in the to the point where it's confusing me as someone that wants an NFT. Is like, if I spend $15, am I not getting an NFT with this? But I don't know. It's interesting. I also appreciate like that they're going to get people not interested in NFTs about that.
Yeah, definitely. It's only got 4 ratings so far on this app store though. It's like brand new.
I have wild hair today. I took a shower right before I went to sleep and stuffed on my wet hair. Apparently, that creates some sort of weird pompadour look.
Normal hair max. Yeah. Yeah, I actually got a haircut relatively recently. My hair's not as much as of a mop as it usually is.
You want to see what this looks like? Let's see. It's pretty fun. The game also works like I might get my ass kicked too because I just upgraded my fan level. If you look down here, it says fan level. As you increase that, it increases the difficulty of the teams you play. So if you have like a really good team and you're just stomping the computer, uh,
Yeah.
you want
I'm
to
gonna move
increase your
myself
level.
so I
But
can
I
see.
just increased it, and I increased it past the point where my team is. I'm supposed to have an 1800 team score, and I have like a 1600 team score. So now I'm below what I should be. Last night I was wrecking people, so if you see me suck right now, it's because I upgraded my thing, not because I actually suck. Oh, that guy
Oh, Priscilla's
responded.
saying, yeah.
Someone was trying to
What
say
were you guys?
Priscilla like exploited a smart contract, and I was just like, I don't think that's right. Like, they're like, you exploited a
Nah.
smart contract and drained all the liquidity. I was like, I don't like. Basically, I was like,
Right.
show evidence or shut the fuck up, because like his evidence was
Yeah.
a screenshot of her account on Twitter entering a giveaway. I was like, okay, like
Yeah,
you hacked a smart
that's not.
contract. So, like, I have as much evidence as you have at this point. I can show your wallet on a giveaway. Like, who gives a shit? But let's see what he had to say.
Yes, that's wild.
The person behind it
Priscilla's
is
the
a
ringer.
capable dev and not Priscilla, obviously. Yeah. Okay. Good. At least he. I don't know. Throwing around accusations like that at trusted community members is kind of not cool in my opinion.
Yeah, that's kind
I
of
was definitely
BS.
a little harsh in my tone, but if you come for Sune, you come for me.
Yeah, fuck that noise. You gotta bring your
Also,
evidence
like,
game real strong.
Priscilla clearly is not in the space to be scamming people. Like, she's gone way out of her way to help us. Like, spent hours and hours of her time explaining to us how to do stuff that she would not have to if her only goal was to just scam people in this space. Like, I don't know.
That would
Nothing
also be
about.
like a crazy twist. That like turns out Priscilla was
She'd be
just
doing a
behind
pretty
the
bad
scene.
job at like scamming people as far as like the amount of time and effort she puts
So,
into her own
yeah,
project and the
so
money she
far,
gets
so
back.
far.
Like,
It's a real long game, but one of these days
yeah,
she's
it's
just
like
gonna
I
rub
want to scam
every
people so I can
contract
work for
online.
under minimum wage. Like, sick.
Sick scam. Yeah, that's pretty funny.
So you can see here. Actually, I'm above. I have 1500 power total, and the computer has 1400. Should I
Can you
show you
play
how
against
like
other players already, or is it all computer at the moment?
there's PvP, but the PvP is who can score more versus the same computer opponent. So you're
Oh,
matched
okay.
against the same rating defense, and whoever can score more versus that defense wins. There is no defense in the game. There's only offense. So it's just who can score more.
Gotcha.
They said they're working on potentially adding defense, though. It's just a little tricky on mobile. 'Cause, you know, on like Xbox, you can change players. That's not really how this game
Yeah.
works. Like,
Yeah, let's see. I'm about to find out how it works.
here's the kickoff. I'm the Seattle Seahawks. Shout out to my Pacific Northwest fam. Oh, that was a pretty good return.
Fuck, that guy came out of nowhere.
Is there no sound? I don't know how to add sound. There is sound in this game. I don't know how to add it as far as
Like streaming it from your phone. Yeah, let's see.
yes. Oh, let's go.
That's damn, dude.
That was a good pass.
43 yards.
I feel confident in
That is
myself.
pretty cool. So you play the quarterback and you're like aiming.
We can also play
and,
the running
like-
back. So if I click running play, now the guy below with the green line is who's getting the ball, and then I become the running back. So you're whoever has the ball, which is not how
Yeah.
defense works. Defense, you need to
Right.
nobody has the ball, which is why like doesn't totally work with. I always go for 2 points. 1 point is for noobs.
Yeah.
Also, my
for
running
real.
back is super overpowered. Like he can make every 2 point conversion. I just sprint around the team and they can't catch me ever.
Yeah, damn. The fire trail is pretty dope too. You
That's the
just catch
sprint.
his
If you
fire.
double tap, you get sprint, and you only get 2 of those. And if you sprint both of them, then your guy gets tired. So you have to time it out so that it's like if you sprint right before they dive at you, you can dodge a tackle. So there's a little bit of strategy. And when you use your sprints, if you use it at the right time, you'll be able to run longer. All right, end of first quarter. These games are pretty quick too. And this is telling me what's happening on defense. Oh, they scored, those fuckers. And they got the
Didn't
kick.
get two.
Good thing I went for 2. I'm up by 1. Can't touch this. These kick returns, honestly, you can't really do much with. They like the computer's like broken to the point where they're like, no matter what, if they're blocking, they'll tackle you if you try to run by them.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for the day where I get like a kick return touchdown. I don't know if it's possible in this game. God, this new receiver's so fast. Let's go.
There
No,
you
he
go.
missed it.
Oh, what? He was just standing there. What a fucking guy.
Defender is too close.
Oh, I see.
Because you can also get interceptions. Like if I throw it and the defender's closer to the ball than my wide receiver. Oh, that's too far. Fuck.
Oh,
This is not a good down for me.
You got to
Should I go
dive
with
for
the
that.
run? I'll go
Nah,
for a
dude.
run. My running back's my best player by like a long shot. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, he is. Is
First
that an
down.
NFT guy that you have? Your running back?
Yeah. He's an NFT. He's rare with 2 stars. And his power is like 102 right now.
Oh, shit.
Passing is
I
definitely
wonder
the way
how
to score the most, though. He's wide open. Let's go, running back.
much- Oh, game.
I got a new job in a wind tunnel. Does it sound like... I'm curious what that means, though. Does it sound like a wind tunnel?
a wind tunnel?
I mean, you can hear what's coming out of my computer. Does it sound weird?
No, it sounds. I don't hear like much of the sound from the game. It sounds like there is no audio for the game, from what I'm hearing.
There's music in the background. Maybe that's what he's talking about. Oh, my hair. Copy that. I was concerned with the audio. When I hear wind tunnel, I think audio. Oh, I didn't pay attention. What's happening?
You better throw.
Oh, shit, I'm
What's
fucked.
happening? You're running out of time. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't pick my play, and it just auto-picked for me. And I missed the conversion. So now if they score, they're going to end the quarter, though. Like, they're not going to be able to score in 10 seconds. End of quarter 2, and that means new possession. I think I have to kick it to them. If they score, they could tie it right now, though. And they're going to punt. Losers.
Punt. That's quitter shit, dude.
All right, so my running back is the guy in the lower left, and he's my best player, so I'm probably just going to try to throw it to him instead of trying to throw it to my wide receivers. No, too far. That's a bad pass.
Oh.
The other thing about the
He
passes
dove
is,
for it.
I don't know if you see the big yellow circle. It can
Yeah.
land anywhere in the yellow circle. So it can land closer to my guy or farther than my guy. So I have to kind of lead him, but there's RNG. So, like, And the farther you go, the bigger the circle gets, if you see that. So, like, it's harder to be accurate if you're throwing far
Oh,
passes.
I see.
And that changes as you
Damn,
level up
dude.
your quarterback. See, this guy's
This
super
guy's
freaking
so
fast.
fast.
Oh, no! They got me.
Oh, got cocky, dude. 75 yards, though. Not terrible.
Go for a run.
Let's
Travis
go.
Etienne Jr., my guy.
That's cool. So, and then like they just have all the actual players that are currently like playing, and when the season
Yeah.
starts, it like is. It's like
I think,
that's kind
didn't
of
the
fun.
Super Bowl just happen? So we're on off season right now for football.
Yeah, it is off season. That's what it said when I downloaded it from the App Store. It was like you can start playing in the off season and get some like head start on when the season starts.
The sale that's happening right now is for rookies, and it's kind of cool. You're buying draft numbers. So like
Oh,
you get like a rare of the second draft. So whoever's the second draft pick, when that's decided, that's the NFT you'll get. So like it's like a reveal event, you know? Like when you mint on Ether and you don't know what you get, but the reveal is based on who is drafted in real life in the NFL, which is kind of cool. So like
oh, damn.
if you draft number 2 and the Chargers have the second draft pick and they draft a running back, your card becomes a running back. But you don't know even what position it's going to be until the NFL draft happens. If I'm
That's
understanding that correctly,
super
and that's a
fucking
really
dope.
freaking cool. Like, I'm not even into the football, but
Yeah.
like, if I was, that'd be fucking awesome.
So
And yes,
yeah,
Priscilla, this
it
is a
yeah. Oh, you got
this
it.
is a football game on the Mythical blockchain. They make Blankos, which is my favorite NFT game. It's called NFL Rivals, but it's the only NFT game with NFL and NFLPA licensing. So like, they're officially partnered with the NFL and the Players Association, so they can use the real players' names. And they basically sell like football cards, like trading cards, but those cards also allow you to play with those characters in the game, and then you can level them up. So I don't know. It's a pretty legitimate NFT project, like one of the most legitimate projects. Unfortunately, not on Wax, but oh no, that's bad
Oh,
pass.
that's what? How? I
That
guess
could have
the
been
receivers were
intercepted.
all over him.
Let's see.
Yeah, that guy's wide open.
What?
What?
That was a
You
crap
noob.
pass. Yeah, what really matters is how quick you can score, because you're trying to score more than the other human players. So like, being able to score quickly is how you win PvP, which also is like passing.
He's just
They
skipping.
they start showboating if you run for long enough.
That's hilarious.
I'll go for a run. Let's see if I can fucking punch it in like 20 yards. Let's go. Slow motion dive. If you dive within the yeah, this is built by like people that have already built a functional real game.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
an
the
actual game.
Seahawks. The Seahawks are just the skin. The Seahawks are all my players. It's just you get to choose your favorite team, and then all of your NFTs put on the jerseys of the team you pick. I can show you what the roster looks like after this game. We're 50 seconds away. It'll probably end before I get the ball back because I have to kick it to them on defense, and time just runs out. 12-yard return, and game over.
This does, dude. That fucking draft thing makes me want to try buying one of those. That's so cool. Where it's like you don't know what you get until the actual draft happens.
Yeah, this is done the way NFT. I've been saying NFT games should have been done forever. It's also made by the team that has made my favorite NFT game that I've played every day for like probably a year and a half now. So like,
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't have anything bad. I don't have bad things to say about them. I will say, this is all speculative. Don't ape into this with your rent money. Like, I don't know if it'll go up in value, but like, as far as
Yeah.
being able to spend money, use NFTs in game, and play them and own them, it has everything I want there. Doesn't mean you'll make money playing it. I think play to earn is kind of a not real thing, like not sustainable thing. So I don't think everybody playing this game can make money. I don't think that's sustainable, but if you like video games and football and
Right.
NFTs, this is kind of perfect. Which I don't even like football. Like I haven't watched.
This would make me get
Football
into
in a
like
couple
I'd watch
years.
the draft. I would watch the draft to see which guy I'm into.
All right, so let me show you how the team works in the KY. This is my team. So the players on the bottom are my free players, so I can swap them. So if I say like want to replace Dickerson with Wills Jr., I can drag him up here, and then boom, that's my guy. And then I can click here, and this allows me to upgrade my players so they all have levels. And I guess the way you would earn in this game is I can level up my NFTs and then sell them at a higher level than I bought them. Whereas if I level up this player to level 5, I can't sell him, so I'm basically just wasting the resources, and I can't. Like, the way you get the resources out of the game is by putting them into the players and then selling the players. Which, again, I don't know if you can make money doing that. It's not guaranteed. But that would theoretically be how you earn in this game. The ones with the stars are NFTs. The ones without stars are not NFTs. So, like, this guy, Hurts, my quarterback, this guy is not an NFT. He's just a regular player. And the currencies you earn for playing the game, you can go to the shop, and there's packs. So for like 2,500 of this currency that I have 540 of, I unlock a new player card. These are not NFTs. These are just in-game. So every game you play in-game unlocks the rarity coins, and then the rarity coins let you buy new players, and then those new players give you more team score. So you're trying to grind up your players and then also level them up. So like, say this offensive lineman is crappier than my offensive lineman. I'm like, I'm never going to use a 67. He's not an NFT. Then I can click on him and I can sell him, and he gives me offensive lineman points. And then when I go to upgrade my actual offensive lineman, that's a badass NFT, it costs me those offensive lineman points. So like, you need to grind to get the free characters to burn to upgrade your NFT characters. So the game is like grinding out. Also, there's RNG every time you pull one of these packs, which is fun. Like, even though they're not NFTs, you can see this guy, Metcalf, has a 93 rating. He's not an NFT. This guy's a 69. I pulled them both out of free packs. So, like, you can get a much better player. Then if you look at the sell on this, I get 1,500. On my guy that was ranked 60, what was that, 5 that I got? Like, you get so much more. So, like, you get that little RNG hit every time you try to upgrade your guys, or every time you buy a new one. And that's kind of what the grind of the game is.
Is there any way to grind into NFT characters from just playing, or is that unclear yet?
Yes. Well, no. Yes and no. There's way to grind into NFTs if you own NFTs. I don't think they're letting free-to-play players devalue the economy in the same way that they did for Blankos. I think they're learning their lesson there.
Great.
But
yeah, that's a good idea.
There is, if you look at the game, I can go to the draft event. I can enter this, and the reward is a 3-star NFT. So they're rewarding people, but I must own a draft player to enter. So they're only giving it to people who buy into the newest drop, and who buys that drop. And in the future, that's how the tournaments will work. They'll be like, okay, the winner of this tournament can win a epic NFT, but you must already hold an epic NFT. So they're going to like gatekeep the tournaments based on the NFTs, and then those NFTs allow you to.
Oh, that makes my epic NFT probably worth quite a bit, I would say.
It also
to play with, rather.
It's also huge. Like, my running back is so much better because he's 2-star than all my other players, and those are like, they're just numbers, but they mean a lot in game. Like, you saw me at just outrunning everybody on the enemy team. Like, my guy's literally just faster than everybody. So like, having an epic card is a huge advantage because, again, the PvP is you playing against another player, and if your wide receiver can run faster than the defense and mine can't, you'll catch more balls and you'll score faster, and then you'll beat me in the PvP. So like, having those higher level players will actually increase the PvP, and in order to win those tournaments, to win new players, you need a good team. So like, having the higher skilled players will matter for the PvP. Losing doesn't decrease your value, but it doesn't give you anything, I don't think. I've honestly never lost a game, so I can't tell you what losing does.
Your shit's too good. I guess, yeah, since you got the rare NFT, that probably puts you ahead of a lot of like free-to-play people you're playing against.
Oh, also, like, my team, your team, if you don't have a player, starts at 50, your stats. So like, 108 is double what people that didn't pay are starting with. But you have an offense, a defense, and then a special teams. And then once all those are filled, that's your players. And then, as you can see, they're all from different teams. Like, it's not,
kind of
I don't have to only have Seahawks players to play on the Seahawks.
Yeah, that's super cool. I'm gonna grab a drink really quick.
But I don't know. I don't know if you can increase your value by losing over and over and over. Like, I think your bot would have to be good enough to win against the computer, which also probably wouldn't be very hard. The computer's very easy in this game, but I think you have to win games to get rewards. It is primarily PvE though, so like if you got a bot that could beat the computer, you could just have the bot beating the computer all day, every day in the campaign. Actually, that's not true. There is like a cooldown for how many games you can play. This thing right here, it says 44 minutes and 49 seconds, and I have 9 out of 10 gas. So you can't just grind indefinitely. You'll run out of gas to play games, which honestly, as someone who's not botting the game, I played an entire Super Bowl last night and didn't even get close. Like, I beat the entire Super Bowl, played 18 matches in a row, and did not run out. So I don't understand how, like, you have to be playing a lot to be able to get rid of the 10 matches in, like, an hour or whatever it takes to respawn. Yeah, so far I'm pretty impressed with this game. It's fun. It's also totally free. It's in the App Store, so I'd recommend checking it out even if you don't want to buy anything. Like, can't really hurt. It's free 99. What's going on, Eric? Just looking at NFL Rivals. I'll play one more round of Rivals, and then maybe we'll do a giveaway or watch some videos or something. It also feels good. That's like, I don't know. Something I was trying to explain about Dead Drop. Like, you might not see it from watching me play. Dead Drop feels clunky. Like, just moving feels like shit. It doesn't feel good to play it. Like, this game actually feels good. Like, the gameplay is fun. Which you'd think would be the first thing people would think about, but in the NFT gaming space, it often is not. Oh yeah, this is an enjoyable experience. Like last night when I finished playing, I was like, I just won a Super Bowl and I want to keep grinding matches. Like grinding this game is fun. It feels really satisfying when you nail like the pass because there is that RNG. So there's a chance every time you throw it, it'll end up in the wrong spot. So like, yeah, it's also getting harder. Like it gets harder as you upgrade the stuff. So the more games I win, the higher my crowd score gets. Then the higher the ranking of the enemies gets. And like when their cornerbacks have higher speed, then my wide receivers can no longer just blow them out. And because my team's higher rating right now, like it's kind of easy. But if I keep upgrading my stuff, it should get harder.
I'm interested in trying it out too. I have my like mythic character. I pulled the fucking kick-ass one.
So far, I'm enjoying it though. Like, and I don't know. I played like I used to play a lot of like NFL Blitz, and I also liked like NFL Street and like NBA Street. So I am a fan of these kind of like arcadey sports games. And although I'm not a current sports fan, like I grew up liking sports. Like, you know, I collected football cards. When I was in 5th grade, my bed sheets were Green Bay Packers. I had Green Bay Packer pillows and like Green Bay Packers posters all over my walls and shit. Like I used to be very into sports. So I spent a considerable amount of my life being a sports fan and playing sports games. So like even though I don't currently follow it, I do have like nostalgia with this sort of game and I enjoy it. Can't say it's for everybody, but I enjoy it.
Damn, your guy's power level is 150. My legendary is 125.
Who said that?
Oh, I thought you said yours was
Mine's like a
150.
108.
Oh, okay.
My best player is 108.
Let me
150 is
see.
crazy.
I got a 125, and then I have a 103 and a 100 and a 90. Damn, my guy's fucking
Anything
raw.
100 or above is pretty good. Honestly, anything 80 or above is pretty good. 80 is what you start getting for the free players. Also 60s. I need to get rid of my 60s. I need more wide receivers. Like I was looking on the mythical market, I might buy more cards because like I'm enjoying this game so much. Also, like having a good wide receiver is so fucking overpowered because like wide receiver is how you score the most for PvP.
Yeah.
So if you get a really good wide receiver and he can just blow away their cornerback, then like I don't know, you're in easy mode. Right now, my issue is my best player is my running back, but like he's not in the wide receiver position. He's not meant to be catching the ball. So like half the plays, he's not even running in the direction I need him to go to like score quickly. I'm gonna play one more game and then let's maybe do a grubfish.
Let's see. It looks like the floor on the market is $4.82.
He's like $15
guess
for
so.
a wide receiver in the rare.
Oh yeah, and the rares.
So I'm still like about 100 points better than these guys. They're actually better than me at defense, though. I need to have my defense.
The cheapest wide receiver on the market right now is $9.53.
That's probably not 2 stars, though.
That is a single star now.
I'd want at least 2 stars. I'm trying to get a guy that's like ranked around 100.
Rarity. So that stars is rare, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
The
But in
cheapest of
general, the
those
power is much higher on those guys.
yeah, the cheapest one of those is $15. You're right. Power 99.
Let's go. Just thread that needle. Oh, no! I missed the friggin'. If I would have turboed at the right time, I could have dodged that guy and scored. That's a user error. Boom!
Damn, dude,
Travis
just, like,
Etienne
weeds right
Jr.,
through there.
my guy. Like, if I start watching real
Yeah.
football, I am now a fan of this player because he's so good on my team. Like, I'll root for the Titans or whatever team he's on. I don't give a fuck. Now I understand fantasy. Well, I already knew fantasy football, but it feels like fantasy football where like your team is a mashup of people on different teams. You're like, I'm rooting for this player more than this team specifically. But
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
one thing I would love, and this is because I do not follow football at all, is like classic players. Like I'd love a pack that has like players from when I used to watch football.
Yeah,
the
or like when I
90s,
used to
like-
play football. When I used to play football video games back in like middle
Yeah, like
school.
I'd love to have like Deion Sanders and Barry Sanders and Brett Favre and like the people I grew up loving. And it's like it's a
Wonder-
video game. Who fucking cares if the like I don't know.
Yeah, especially
That's
like
always one of my
this video
favorite things
game.
about NBA Jam. NBA Jam had like all the current players, but then they had each team had the Legends series. So like if you played on the Lakers, you could play as like Shaq or Kobe, but then you could also play as like Magic Johnson and stuff. So they had like the modern lineup, and then each team had a couple of like the legendary players, and like I found that to be super cool. So I'd fucking love if they did a pack that was like, you know, Hall of Fame packs where it's like all people that like I actually know and stuff. But we'll see. I also played football. I played Pee Wee football when I was younger. Like I was very into sports. I played soccer. I played football. I played baseball. I played basketball a little bit. I was horrible at basketball. I'd quit that pretty quick.
I played football video games like NFL Blitz, I think was the one that's like very ridiculous. And I think this kind of is similar to that vibe where it's like, you know, the fire and the fucking like showboating and stuff. It's very NFL Blitz. I always
Yeah,
liked
for
that.
sure.
The over the topness of it all. Or and one, yeah.
When I played football, my team lost every single game except one, and it was the game I didn't attend. Then I quit. I was like, this fucking sucks, dude. We just lost like 18 games, like 18 weeks in a row.
Damn. Was it
Broke
always
my
like a
spirit.
devastating loss?
I was also way too small to play football. Like, they added you based on your age and your weight got combined, and like my age and my weight would have put me in the class lower, but my age was just like you can't be in that lower class if you're above this age. So I was like too small to be playing. I was like one of the smallest people on my team.
What position?
They also made me a wide receiver, and like when you play Pee Wee, the quarterback's what the hell is this? Beijing, China? No, thank you.
Is it a Chinese scam call?
Hopefully that person doesn't want their number out on the internet because they just got accidentally doxxed. Or whatever. It's probably a scammer, but if that was someone I knew, that'd be a dick move. I played a lot of sports growing up. I also played tennis in high school. I played baseball and I played softball, weirdly. Our middle school, Issaquah Middle School, did not have a baseball team, but it had a softball team, so I ended up playing softball.
Softball's just baseball with like a bigger ball, right?
Yeah. Also, you throw it underhand instead of overhand for the...
Okay, yeah. But like everything else is just baseball rules, right? You like run around the bases, you hit it with the bat.
Yeah. We did slow pitch, though. Like, there's two versions of softball. There's one where, like... Here, I'll do the wind-up. They do, like... The throw. They do a full loop, and then they go super fucking fast. That's not the version I
Like a
played. I'd play the
donkey
version where you
punch.
go like, and you just lob it. It's like playing t-ball basically. Like you're not trying to strike people out. It's like I don't know. It's a more fun version of playing because like everybody gets a hit. Like the point is not to trick people into like not being able to hit it.
Oh, okay. T-ball is the one where it's like just sitting there, right? Like no one even throws it. You
Yeah,
just
I also
smack
played
it off of
t-ball
the.
when I was like way younger, but that's like you play t-ball when you're like 7 years old, not like when you're in middle school. T-ball is generally to like teach you how to play baseball before you're able to hit a pitch because you're so young.
Apparently, slow pitch has a mandatory arc on the underhand pitch,
Yeah,
so they throw the ball high.
yeah, you lob it.
Oh. Yeah, I
And
didn't
I
play
don't know.
any of those
Maybe I've
sports.
never played in like competitive slow pitch leagues, but like when I was playing slow pitch, it was really like you were not trying to not get people to hit the ball. Like the goal is to get them to hit it, which is very different than normal baseball, where it's like you do not want them to hit it. You do not want them to know the pitch you're going to throw. You want to try to trick them, and it's like a mental
Right.
game as a pitcher because you throw so fast that if you're throwing a fastball, the batter has to swing the second you throw it. So if it becomes a changeup and they think it's a fastball, they'll miss, and like that becomes like the pitching mental game for baseball. And none of that is in softball. It's like just for funsies to see who can fucking smack the most.
Baseball with training wheels. I don't know. I feel like baseball's already. I guess I've never played baseball like on a competitive level where someone's like hucking the ball at you at like 100 miles an hour.
I mean, neither have
So
I. When I was playing Little
I
League,
was I
people
was
were not
about to
that
say
good.
baseball's not that intense, but I guess baseball could be pretty fucking intense.
Dude, they throw so fast. Like, the reaction time of professional baseball players is like you wouldn't even be able to swing the bat fast enough to hit the ball if they threw it at you. Like, it's fucking fast.
Like I've been to a baseball game and you can hear the ball like when the guy catches it in the mitt, you can hear the smack like in the top level of the fucking like stadium. It's just like wham.
All right, I think that's gonna conclude Rivals for now. Uh, but just shout out to Mythical, and I think let's see if I can find it in the App Store. I think if you just type NFL Rivals, it should show up.
That's how I found it.
There it is. I'll give it a 5-star rating. Let's go. Ooh, there's an already update. Brown's going to draft Hendon Booker so he can start massaging Watson. It's going to be a long season for Watson. Good to know. That means if you buy those draft packs and you get whatever draft number the Browns have, you might get a Hendon Hooker NFT.
I love that idea. The draft pack where like you get a number and then based on what number of the draft someone gets picked, that's the character you get. That's so cool.
Yeah, I can take a look at that. Let me switch off the screen. My ass still looking at Rivals. Now I sort of wish I was buying some of this stuff. I feel like the prices were lower before the game was playable. I was like, fuck, I should have bought a wide receiver. I also didn't know what you needed though, because like it takes playing the game to like understand what cards you need to have the best team, and like it's become pretty obvious to me that if you don't have a really good wide receiver, like you're not going to be able to play PvP correctly in this game. The wide receivers are super important. Also, a quarterback's pretty important, but like nobody has a good quarterback right now. There's only been like one possible quarterback you could pull out of any packs, or two. Let's see.
Yeah, I'd pick up a good quarterback. I think you always play as a quarterback.
You could get like the quarterback, I think, for the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes, I believe his name was. He was in one of the packs, and then maybe the Eagles. Like, there's a Super Bowl pack, and I think the quarterback for both of those teams are in the packs. But it's basically been the only that and maybe the rookie packs were the only ones that have had quarterbacks so far.
Peyton Manning, I think, is the quarterback you need. Right? He's the guy,
Peyton
the Super
Manning.
Bowl guy.
I think he retired years ago.
See, that's how up to date I am on my football. But if you could,
I don't even know if his
as a
brother
character,
Eli
I'd
Manning
love it.
still plays, but Eli Manning I think was playing more recently than Peyton Manning. I don't know. Somebody in the sports chat. We need Mark here. We can't talk about sports without Mark. Mark is our resident sports expert for sure on the Neon Space team.
Yeah,
All right,
the
let's
bar's
see
not
how do
very
I
high
find-
though.
All right, here we go. Get ready to play NFL Rivals and more great news. In 2 weeks, it's releasing worldwide on April 26th. That was yesterday. And then it says, snag your draft packs for the big weekend. In celebration of the 2023 NFL Draft, we're dropping our first player cards in-game on April 27th, the day after the game goes live. This drop's running a little bit of a different playbook than usual, so pay close attention, Rivals. We're selling the packs, I can't read, in the NFL Rivals app, and the packs will pull from 31 new players drafted in the first round as draft pick cards, which will morph into their corresponding players on May 1st. Also, we're running the sale a little differently than normal. Instead of a fixed quantity being immediately available, we'll be running the sale until May 15th, and the collection quantity will cap at whatever is sold. So it's a mint on demand, and then they're closing the max cap at however many mints, rather than the previous drops, which had max mints. And I think they plan on selling the full supply of those, even if they didn't sell out. The power ratings on the rookie cards will improve based on the accomplishments of the 2023 season. That's fucking gnarly too. So your stats could change depending on how well your player plays. These point changes will only be a positive in some example of real life events. That could include them would be starting the first game of the season, winning multiple games. So you can't get worse stats, but they can go up. So that's great. So you can't pay money and then your guy like gets injured and he just fucking sucks in game.
That'd be awesome, actually.
But if your guy like is a rookie and then he ends up starting and scoring a touchdown in the first game, they'll increase his stats. So that's super cool. That's super dynamic. Honestly, I wish I was a bigger fan of football because what they're doing here is super cool.
Dude, if I bought one of those and then like a game happened or like the draft happened, I'd be interested in watching. You know, it's like a motivation.
The
to
draft's
watch.
tonight. Autumn's Toy says they are both retired for the Mannings. But Max is not wrong.
Well,
Peyton
whatever.
Manning was a Super Bowl quarterback at one point. Just not.
That's how you
anytime
know the
recently.
guy that you said the guy's name though. You said like when I don't know his name, I'm like, nah, it's not good enough. Like I need to know the character's name, and then I know it's a good player. Because if I know the player's name, it's probably pretty damn good.
Patrick Mahomes is pretty famous, I think. Like, as far as like, I don't know nothing about football, and I know who
Famous
Patrick
enough.
Mahomes is. So like, that is like the player that's like, if you know nothing about football, you probably have heard his name.
I don't know. Paul also doesn't know who it is.
Did you watch the Super Bowl?
Do we? No. No. So. No, not in a couple years. I would watch
Well,
the
that'd probably
Super
be
Bowl
why.
if I had an NFT on the line. No. If I,
He's a
like,
newer-
last time I
he's
watched
a-
the Super Bowl was I bet
I-
somebody, like we had a bet going, and then it was worth
I
watching.
think he's a newer player. I don't know. Let's look it up. Let's learn something today. Patrick Mahomes.
I usually go to like somebody's Super Bowl party, but then you don't really.
God
watch
damn,
the
this guy's
Super
younger
Bowl,
than
you're
I
really
am.
kinda, like, hanging out.
This dude's fucking 27. Wonder we don't know who the fuck he is. Like, he's probably been a professional football player for only a couple of years. Yeah, he's drafted in 2017, so this guy's been playing for like 5 years. But he's a 2-time Super Bowl champion, so, you know, he's kind of a big deal. And he was the 2 times NFL most valuable player.
Damn.
So this guy's definitely like, you know, similar to Peyton Manning as far as like, Peyton Manning's just like, had been doing it longer by the time you heard of him probably. Peyton Manning also had a bunch of like commercials and stuff. Didn't he work with like Chunky Soup?
Yeah.
As well
He
as
also,
Donovan
like-
McNabb. Do y'all remember the Donovan McNabb? Donovan
remember
McNabb
that
just
one.
reminds you of Always Sunny though. That was
Oh,
not Donovan
yeah.
McNabb.
I'm loving it.
Let's play that. I don't know. We're off the rails. We're out. This is a good transition and off the rails. Donovan McNabb. This is worth getting claimed too. I love this clip. We've already watched this on the stream as well, which is why we have seen this. Turn off the music. I love how when he rolls up, he like flips up his sunglasses. He's like, "This shit's bright," and then he puts it back down.
I can't. I can't hear the audio for this.
Oh, you can't hear the audio? How about now?
Yeah.
That was my bad.
Gentlemen!
Is good here?
Yeah, that's cool. Just put your park brake on. Donovan McNabb.
Hey, guys.
Also, have you seen the show? Like, it's a reoccurring joke that that guy is celebrity athletes because he's also Tiger Woods in a different episode when, like, Dee becomes, like, a semi-prostitute and she's like, oh, yeah, I'm, like, hooking up with Tiger Woods. They're like, that's not Tiger Woods. I'm pretty sure that's the same guy.
I'm Donovan McNabb. I play quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles, and I'm here to tell you that you can too if you start every day with a hearty breakfast from McDonald's. Like the new sausage, egg, McGriddle value meal, available now for limited time for under $5. Remember, guys, real champs eat at McDonald's. I'm loving it. Can I get the check?
That's good.
What the hell was
Get the
that?
check.
Thanks, Donnie.
That was not Donovan McNabb.
That was not Donovan McNabb.
Yes, it was.
It was like a McDonald's
Was
plug.
that the guy from the Cosby Show?
Was that the guy from
That's
the
the guy from the Cosby.
That was the guy from.
I
Yeah,
think
he was
it is
married
the guy
to
from the
Alvin.
Cosby Show.
Alvin. They had
That's
Raven
awesome.
Simone. That's so Raven.
That's not the guy from. You know what? Splits!
I think that is the guy from the Cosby Show. Yeah, Paul is confirming it is.
And that's so Raven. That's one of my favorite Zach Galifianakis jokes. He's like, sometimes I think to myself, that's so Raven. And other times I think to myself, that's not so Raven. I don't know if I worded that wrong, but it's a live at the Purple Onion joke.
Is that the one where he's like
Shout out
sitting
to-
at the piano the whole time?
Yeah. Honestly,
that was a fun
don't
show.
know how many other specials Zach Galifianakis has. Like, I'm a pretty big fan of him. I think he quit doing stand-up comedy after he made an ass ton of money on The Hangover. Like, I think Zach
mean, he made
Galifianakis
that
never has to
show.
work again in his entire life because he's
He
been in
has
3
two
Hangover
other
movies.
specials after that, and then he also made the show that like where he's a clown. What is that one called again?
Oh, that fucking
Baskets?
weird, like... Oh, never mind. I was
pretty-
thinking of a
not
different
bad.
one. Baskets?
Baskets, yeah, that was pretty good, but
I didn't
haven't
like that
finished the
show.
whole series.
I did
It's
not
like a
find it
weird
even,
dark
like,
comedy.
remotely funny. Like, it was just...
It really
tone of that
isn't
show is
like
very
laugh
dark.
out, it's not really laugh out loud funny at all. But I fell off it too, so I never finished the series. So
Yeah, I started watching it. It's also on FX, which makes, like, all of my favorite shows. So, like, I wanted it to be
Yeah.
good, but...
I didn't
boy could
hate
not
it,
get
but
into
I
it.
didn't finish it.
Let's do a Grubfish giveaway. This will be a exclamation point play, and we'll just give away a Crittercraft pack. Tomorrow is NFtopia. It starts tomorrow. We will be hosting a booth there. We will be hosting an AMA on a Sunday at 3 p.m. Pacific time. But basically, every hour on the hour, a different wax streamer is hosting an event. So, like, starting Friday until Sunday, like, 16 hours a day they're doing streams, and they're doing giveaways every hour. So, like, if you're interested in free NFTs or wax streaming content, the next couple days are going to be a lot of it at NFtopia. I recommend checking it out. It's essentially the same guys, or not the same guys, but it's like the same hosting service that did DigiCon, which is like a digital convention space, if you never went to that, where projects have booths and they can show off their artwork and explain their project. And it's just a way for people to, like, for creators to connect with an audience and collectors in the space, and a way for collectors to connect. And it's also, just a way for everybody to meet up in a virtual space, which is kind of fun. There is a schedule for all those streams. I don't know if it's public, but I have access to it, so I can show you guys. I don't know if it's public. It's about to be. I'm going to go to NFtopia Discord.
Yeah, you
One
get like a little
second.
avatar, and you can I think like dress them up and get like items for them too and stuff when you're at the DigiCon event.
I'm sure it's going to be in the... Let me give you a link to their Discord, because I'm sure it's going to be in their Discord. Like, because they have infographics for all this stuff. Like, they're going to be posting this for sure. Invite people. Never generate link. Let's see. Do you see this?
Yeah, damn. Big
So
and
this is the
colorful
schedule. This is also in the like if you can't read this very good, which not surprising. This is also in the announcement channel of their Discord. So if you join their Discord, you can zoom into this so it's not so pixelated. But I can also just read it for you. It starts at 9 a.m. Eastern time each day, and then ends at 11 p.m. Eastern time each day. So I guess there's like 12 hours on, 12 off ish, or like 14 on, 10 off. But it starts with Lewd Momoko, then Aftermath Islands, Pinup Warlords, NFT Hive, Pixtologia, Chillin' in the Lounge, and NFTopia drops at 2 p.m. And then Zombie Coin, Skunky Chunks, giveaways with WaxName.fx, which we know is Sasha from Atomic Hub. Also of created on stream, I believe, is one of his collections. Skatecoin is at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Grubfish with Orchid Hunter is at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. GoParel, 8 p.m. Moonster Vision is doing some A-Man giveaways at 9 p.m. And then Dance Party at 10 p.m. Saturday, we have NFT Battle Miners, Future Relic, RotaQuest, Binks TV, Schnazzy NFTs, Zuler with Alcor Exchange. I'll actually probably check into that one. Alcor's been working on some big updates. I don't know what it is. Like,
I'd love to see what they got cooked up over there too.
I've heard stuff about it, and then I was invited to beta test it, and then I was told I can't talk about it publicly if I beta test it, so I don't know what I'm allowed to say. I also wasn't included in the beta test, so everything I know is stuff that people told me outside of the beta test. But
It sounds like most of the shit you know is probably preferred to be privileged information.
it wasn't told to me, like, as part of that, though, so whatever. Anyway, we'll let them
we'll
announce
find
anything
out on
they need to
Saturday.
announce, and we'll find out on Saturday. Kristalla, friend of the brand, is going to be after Zuler. Zuler is also a friend of the brand. I like Zuler. He's in our Planet Alliance. Lucas, CTO of Wax, is going to be coming on after Kristalla. And then Katie Colorful, is that Sasha's wife? Am I wrong there? I'm sorry if that's not.
Don't
then we-
remember what her artist name is.
And then we got that is Sasha's wife. Okay, cool. Drawn Company after that, and then Indie Games on the Chain with Prime Rogue, who he streams with NFT Gamer TV and is also a solo streamer. We got Meet and Greet with Fourth Wall Digital. That's one of the few names on here I've never heard at all. I don't know what that is. Giveaways with Crypto Shots, or that's a first-person shooter on Wax that I am not really involved in. And the next day, last day, Sunday is the day that we are on. It starts with Broken Dolls, NF Lottery and Crew Tunes, Tales of the Crypto, more demo and updates with Alcor Exchange, collab blend with Grubfish and with Consumer Break. Hell
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
I think we saw Gaz in the chat earlier. Shout out to our friends at Grubfish. We got AMAs and giveaways with NFT Draft, a demo and AMA with Novo Pangea, giveaways with Made on Stream, which is Sasha, and then AMA and giveaways with Neon Space. That's us. After us is Hacksball with Goo Balls, and then we have Farmer's Pets and like closing ceremony stuff. Parkour with the online in, and then the finishing pawn final hangout. So that's the schedule. I probably didn't need to read all that to you guys.
Damn, that's quite a lineup.
In case you can't read and you're audio only, now you have the now you got the deets. Back to Grubfish.
I'm also a big fan of Alcor. I can't wait. That's probably the one I'm most excited about, is like to hear about what Alcor is cooking up.
Me too. Alcor really just hasn't asked for much. Like, as little progress as you can say as they've done with the development, they also haven't asked for money from anybody. They're like
Yeah, exactly. They don't owe it.
doing their own thing and building. They don't do fundraisers. They didn't do an ICO. They don't have a token. Like,
Yeah, they make all their money from the like, I think whatever percentage that they take from like 4 or 5 different liquidity pools, and that's kind of it. I think it's like the TLM pool, like what other pool? There's a couple like big pools.
I've been meaning to ask Wapaka why like PGL is defaulted on his thing.
Oh yeah,
Because like
maybe he's
that's
trying-
what it is for Alcor's Alien Worlds is defaulted like TLM because they make money for that. So that's like what they
Yeah.
point you at. But I wonder why he points you at PGL when you use his thing. That's like always what it is when I log in, and I've never even held that token before.
Yeah, if you look at token like on Wax
Ooh,
tokens by
KY.
market cap, it's pretty funny to see like how big the market cap of something like TLM is compared to like literally everything else.
Yeah, especially because it's cross-chain and has liquidity on like other
Yeah,
others.
I think the market, yeah, here the market cap in terms of Wax of TLM is 1.57 billion Wax. The next biggest
1
Wax
billion.
market cap in tokens is Brawl with only 42 million Wax worth of a market cap. So it's insanely bigger than the second biggest thing.
Let's see. I'll show off our booth real quick while we're doing a quick plug.
Yeah, let's come along. I haven't seen how you can walk around here yet either, but
It just works for me. Just WASD on the keyboard.
almost last place, Priscilla. We'll read about that in Almost Magazine later on.
Another thing I'll say about this is it tries to get you to log into MetaMask when you load it. You can just minimize that. If you hit escape, it keeps reloading it, which I don't really like, if I'm being honest. I don't like people trying to force me to sign in with my crypto wallets, especially when like there is no Ether NFTs linked to this event, so I don't really give a shit if you know what my MetaMask is. But I'm not sure which one ours will look like, because these are 3 different size booths depending on what we have. I don't think we have the big one, but if we had the big one, we would also have this video. My guess is we have a small one, so it'll probably look like this.
Oh yeah, look at that. You can
Welcome to
run around.
Neon Space. Then you can look through the slideshow. Is there a way I can do
Ooh,
some
our
friggin'
docs.
names?
Our doxed selves.
Yeah. Talk about our set bonuses, our blend mechanics. If you click this button, it'll
Yeah, we
look
gotta
bigger. You can also zoom in.
Photoshop some wild hair.
Advertising our VRL stickers, our current drop blockchain boulevard, which also to y'all closes in how many days is that? 1, 2, 3. You have 4 days left to buy blockchain boulevard from the primary drop, and it'll be closed forever. Set rewards will be distributed on June 1st, 1 month from May 1st. When
Oh, I'm gonna have to start trading. I don't have my full Neon set yet, but I know
I'm
some
advertising
people
on
who have
Twitch.
duped.
And then these are the codes you need to scan to get the, like we made this NFT for participating, and I believe you have to go around and like get enough of these RP+1s to get the free NFT. So I think you kind of need to like run around and look at people's booths, and then if you get enough of those, you'll get an NFT. Still unclear how that works exactly, but to my understanding,
early
that is how you get the free stuff.
You got your early access to the QR code right now.
It's only one though. You got to go to everybody else's booths and yeah, that should be our booth. I think this is a nice little introduction to anybody who's never heard about Neon Space. It kind of lets you know what we're about. It shows off our artwork, us, our VRL, our blends, our sale, our Twitch. We got a lot of stuff going on with our collection, and it's like, how can we let people know what's going on without overwhelming them with too much information? So I tried to keep it like simple. Like I didn't talk about how the tokenized NFT works. I didn't talk about even necessarily our 1% or 20% airdrops, or like, I don't know. There's just so much stuff going on with our collection. I feel like it's easiest to just tell people what they need to know at first, which is like
Yeah,
set
That
bonuses
is a
and
good-
blends.
that's a good point here. I don't know if you like. How do you do a QR code just on your PC? You have to like install a third
scan it with
party
your
QR
phone.
reader or something?
You scan your phone with your computer. But also there's a website, tinyspace.com/neonspace, tinyurl.com/neonspace 0897. So if you can't scan it, you can just type that in.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, this will be live tomorrow. This is like the testing room. This is not actual NFTopia, but this will be placed into
Yeah,
NFTopia.
This room will be. It'll be a room full of a bunch of different booths with a bunch of people and creators and stuff. And then I think there's like proximity chat. So when you're talking, Or when you're like near people, you can hear them talk or something.
Yeah, there's proximity chat per booth. So if you're in the same booth as someone else, you can hear them.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, and then those green circles have links as well. Yes, there's like little links on the.
Yeah, there's
table
links
that'll
to our,
take you-
our website, our Discord, our Twitch, and our Nefty blocks. Exclamation point play if you'd like to join this giveaway. Try to get a sound cue.
Yeah. Let me jump back in here. Now that you're not showing rivals off. Let's see.
So you'll have to try out.
how's
I wonder how OP your player is. Your fucking like super beef player. Is he a wide receiver too? Right. That's like one of the best you can get.
he is? Let's see. What is he? He is.
I think he's either a wide receiver or running back.
I go into my inventory.
Now you just need a quarterback so you can throw it to him because that guy's gonna be open as fuck. But you need like an
He's
accurate
a.
pass for him
He's
to.
a. I don't know what DE means, but he's a DE.
No, that's defensive. You're not gonna be able to play with that guy.
Boo. Why do I even have?
He still
this
increases
guy?
your team. Like the defense is simulated, so the higher numbers, the less likely they are to score against you. So it still helps.
Okay. Let's
It
see.
just
I have a
doesn't like you won't
TE.
actually
I
be
have
able
a
to control
rare-
him.
What the fuck is TE? I have a rare TE. He's
T is
power
tight end.
nine. Then I have
Tight
a
end is a hybrid
CB.
position. Tight end is a hybrid position between a wide receiver and a lineman. If you're
I have a
certain plays
rare-
are blocking,
I also-
certain plays they're going out for passes.
I have a rare CB. Is that a quarterback?
That is a cornerback. They are the people who defend the wide receivers on defense.
Ugh, another defensive guy. And then I have another rare, and he's an FS.
That's a full safety. They play zone positions. The cornerbacks do man positions, and then full safeties are generally zone. So if like somebody runs past the cornerback, the safety goes and grabs him.
So they're all defense, huh?
Not the tight end. The tight end's offense.
Oh, the TE. Okay, yeah, that makes sense because in his picture he's like running with a ball in his hand.
Certain plays, the tight end goes deep too. On the deep pass plays, your tight end will just go straight towards the end zone, so he's pretty good.
The tight end is my worst.
Did I
as
say
far as
full
power
safety,
goes,
free safety, whatever?
FS. Hey, I can't call you on it. I don't know what the fuck they are. You had me going.
I described his position does correctly, even if I messed up the name.
Damn.
I've actually played most of those positions. When I was playing Pee Wee football, they switched me on a bunch. I started out as a linebacker, and then I ended up being a cornerback and a safety. I actually started as a defensive lineman, which makes no fucking sense because, like, as I told you, I was too light, like not heavy enough to be in my league. So, like, throwing me on the line against people that weighed more than me made zero sense. And then they put me into like. They also learned I was super fast. I was like the third fastest person on my team, so I got put into positions where like wide receiver and cornerback, you generally have to be very fast.
Yeah. Well,
We're looking at
Why don't you
NFL
try
Rivals
some of
Boulder
these?
Magic. It's a
Let's try some of
blockchain
my
game on the
guys.
Mythical blockchain with NFLPA and NFL
yeah,
partnerships.
here. I can pull up my screen really quick while since we're talking mid talking about it,
Sure.
and I have it up, and I have a quick transition here. Boom. These are the characters that I have. So I have this legendary guy.
Oops, I didn't do that.
And you can see he has a power of 125, so that's pretty fucking high power. But he is a DE. So I don't know that I can use him. I also have him listed on the secondary market for $1,500. Probably won't sell. But I do have it flex listed for now. I'll probably not list them once I start playing with them. But yeah, I got a
That
couple
tight end
rares
should be
here. I
good,
got
though.
these- He's kind of shit though, because he's only 90, and look at all my commons are basically 90 as well.
What are his stats, though? Like, specific stats matter more for certain positions.
Let's see. Weight, height, speed. Oh, here we go.
What you really
All
want is
stats.
speed. You want speed and you want endurance, I think.
Okay, I got speed at 82, so we want this shit to be above 80 for it to be considered good, right?
Yeah, that's 80's not great, but it's not bad.
80, so 82 is pretty weak. And let's see, endurance.
Stamina
I guess
is good.
Stamina is that? Yeah, 91
Yeah.
is not.
I believe
terrible.
stamina is like, I don't know if you saw like when my guys were catching balls and running towards the end zone, eventually their bar turns red and they start running super slow. I think that's what
Yeah.
stamina does. So if you want to like break
I
away
see.
longer, I think you want big stamina, so that's good.
Damn, they have a lot of stats. Look at all this. What the fuck? Jersey number. Oh, I wonder if this can change if like they get a different jersey and they get like put on a different team and stuff.
I think all of this stuff is mutable. I don't think these are immutable
too.
attributes.
Kick accuracy, not great. He's not
He's
a
not a
kicker,
kicker,
though.
so that doesn't matter. He shouldn't be kicking the ball if you're playing your cards right.
Power block 102. That feels kind of
That's
bad.
good because he's in a blocking position. He's half blocking, half wide receiver, basically.
He seems like he's probably not terrible. And then can you level like you can change all of these stats, or does just his overall power score change as you like?
As you
them
level up, like when you go up one power level, it'll be like, okay, it's adding +6 speed, +5 strength. Like it tells you what is the next level, and it adjusts
Oh.
all the stats.
That's pretty cool. His insane catch is pretty high too. I feel like at 92.
That's higher than a lot of my guys. So that means like when they do the diving catches and when they have good defense, he's more likely to catch it.
Okay, so he might not be terrible. I'll definitely. I mean, obviously, I'm going to use him because these are all the NFTs I have. And
He's also on
I
the
feel like
Seahawks, right?
use them all.
So you got a local.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, here's the little Seahawk logo.
Tight end for the Seahawks.
Dope. That's pretty cool. I'm a fan of the Seahawks just by proxy. And then I don't know what team this is.
That's the team I picked in game.
Buffaloes?
I was trying to pick between Green Bay Packers, the LA Rams, and Seattle Seahawks. Those would be like the three teams.
I used to always play as the Packers on NFL Blitz or whatever it was called.
I used to always play those Packers too.
I don't know
As
why.
I said earlier in the stream, like my bedding and stuff when I was in elementary school was like I had Green Bay Packers bed sheets and like blankets and pillows, and I had a Green Bay
Yeah.
Packers
Ooh.
mug for all my pens. And I had like a banner and stuff in my room. I was a big fan.
This guy can run. Speed 107, and then you got like acceleration over 100. Stamina is almost at 100.
That
It's not going
is
to catch very good.
the Green Bay Packers wears the cheese on their heads because they're from Wisconsin. And I think, is it Cheese Packers is what the Packers are supposed to be? Like,
Is it? No
what
way.
does the Packers stand for? Green Bay?
I'm excited to try all these guys out though. I'm going to check the marketplace real quick.
Oh, it's a meat packing plant. Not a cheese packing
Okay.
plant.
Price lowest.
Yeah, the cheese heads are definitely Packers.
And then
I was a fan of the Packers back before Brett Favre was sending people dick pics. I think he got moderately canceled for that. That was
Oh,
actually
wow,
kind of like
okay.
before the whole like. I don't know. I don't know if his was like. I don't think his thing was non-consensual. I think his thing was like he was like cheating on his wife or something. I don't think it was like a consent issue.
why do these guys have none? Oh, these are the draft picks. That's why they have no position. So you can buy a rare draft pick for like $9.65. That's not terrible, right? Or are they all rare if you buy them for at the drop at the moment?
Well, they said they'll change based on. Like that's their starting stats, but they will change based on what the player does in the season.
Right, but when you buy this drop in the app, it's $15, right? It looks like you can buy it outside of the app for.
I don't know what you get.
$9.65.
You can potentially pull something rarer than a rare, and that's why.
I guess that. Okay.
That's how
so the
RNG works. When you
is-
pull something lower than the highest rarity, you lose money in your pack. When you pull the higher rarity, you make money. NFTs.
I guess let's see. Yeah, you're right. There you can pull legendary draft picks too. And epics even. Oh, I forgot there's like a red one too. Yeah, okay, so you can pull an epic too. Damn, okay, so if you do, so it's $15 is and then the floor of anything that isn't the, standard that you'd get would be already $58.
The other thing I'll
it
say though
doesn't
is you
mean
can't see sales on this marketplace, so there's like
Yeah,
no
it doesn't mean
fucking way to
it's
tell if
on.
the stuff's actually selling. So it's a very speculative market.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of fun to see though. I might throw
I'm still-
$15 at buying a pack. I like.
I'm
this,
looking at,
the
like-
idea of them changing.
I'm looking at selling some of my Blancos and buying some stuff.
Yeah, Blanco.
Thanks for hanging out, Valor and Vellum. Sorry you had to deal with somebody accusing you of being like a hacker, which is a very strange accusation to throw at someone who's like loosely involved in crypto and more involved in the art side of the space.
Owned by me. Oh, it's because I'm not logged in. Whatever. I am logged in over here. This is my inventory. This is pretty cool. I'm excited to try this on my phone. I'll have to figure out how to link my Mythical account to.
You have to beat the
To the
tutorial,
phone.
and then it's just in like user settings. When you click on your name, it's like a link Mythical account. It's
Yeah.
pretty. You just
Oh,
want
I
to do it
also
before
like
you
that.
play the. Actually, it doesn't matter. You don't have to do it before you play the tutorial stuff, because like the way the upgrading works is you'll unlock the currency that you can then use on your paid players, but like you don't actually get experience for playing the rounds. Like you can't just grind and lose. You have to actually win to get the currency, and if you win with the free players, then you can use the currency on the paid players. So now that I know how that works, it doesn't actually matter if you like waste your.
Oh no! There's what I'm trying to do.
All right, let's do
Yeah.
another grub.
That's
Grub,
pretty cool though.
big grub. I'm really impressed with it. Like
Yeah.
I don't know,
It also came a long way
And
very quickly. I feel
the
like.
game is actually fun.
Oh, it's
the
like
difference.
lagging you because
Difficulty.
it's like lagging you because you opened your browser, I think, or something. It's doing that like you're like breaking up for a second here. Let's see. Oh,
All right. Let's
Oh, yeah.
it won't.
wait. I feel like it's coming to life a little bit. I'm like
I-
giving it a moment here. Weird. Whatever that browser thing is totally like eats your connection. Damn. Okay, there we go. Back. Now you're back.
Yeah, I don't know what's up.
Just
There's
keep
something
the
funky
thing in.
happening to this computer. I need to like clean it because it also just like it'll just freeze randomly and turn off. It's been doing that for a few months now. So there's something like
yeah, physically
issue with
cleaning
this
it is
computer
definitely like I hate like you remember I cleaned all my computers like not too long ago, I feel like, and like I have to do it again, like they're already so fucking dusty again. It's just like I swear I just did this.
look at these big
Okay,
big
why?
grubs. Oh no!
huge.
They're both grubs floating.
Oh shit.
Oh, KY somehow
Oh.
won.
KY wins. Damn.
Double win too. I think we just broke it. Oh wait, no, there we go. I've never seen someone win on a grub split. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, that's some bragging right there. Damn. Well
All right, should we
played.
watch some off the rails videos?
Yeah, let's see what other people got. Mine were pretty not bad.
I didn't really submit anything this week. All right. Let's see what's going on. My stomach is also
You
racked
almost
again.
took them with you. I wonder who would have won if you had exploded first and that they both died at the same time. Does it just pick somebody?
I don't know. I think
We'll never know, I guess.
yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out where we left off. I feel like this maybe. Find out pretty quick if we've already seen this. Not a dog.
It's a man that spent $15,000 to look like this.
What the fuck?
A Japanese man by the name of Toko hired a Hollywood
God.
prop company to construct a custom border collie suit.
That's a
The
really
suit
good
took
costume.
40 days to make and dozens of revisions. His YouTube has amassed thousands of views and followers as he goes about his life in his dog costume, sleeping in a cage and eating dog food. But the thing is, no one knows who the man behind Toko actually is. So the question
Oh my God.
is this dog Mark Zuckerberg?
I hope so. I don't think so, but I hope so.
Well, that was not what I was expecting from this video.
Yeah, that's pretty great. Marcy, chill out.
Very strange.
Damn, that's a really good costume.
It's
Like,
pretty
that's
creepy,
like
to be
next
honest.
level furry
Like,
shit, dude.
it looks like it's like a stuffed dog. Like it looks like it's like a real.
Yeah. When it was first walking in there, I
This
was like, oh,
is
it's an
not
old
a dog. It's a man that spent $15,000 to look like this.
It's got like uncanny shit going on with
A
it.
Japanese man by
Yeah,
the name
like the way it walks in here, it's like, okay.
It's really creepy, to be honest. Like that should be in a horror movie.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. I wonder if someone
That was
like
from,
takes them on walks.
That was from Eric Yeo. Wait, no, that was from Least Comic Standing. This is from Eric Yeo.
Okay, I was gonna say that feels more least comic to me.
Which also, FYI, we take user submissions every Thursday. We play funny videos.
What is this?
Sorry, I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. It says, "I'm moving y'all. This is my neighbor," and it looks like a dog just barking through a hole in the wall.
Why do you have a hole in your wall?
Holy crap!
It's coming right at us.
That thing was going full Cujo.
Dude,
Look at
I
his
don't know.
eyes on this
why
frame.
why is there just a straight up like hole through the wall to the neighbor?
Why can I friggin' hate
It's an
TikTok, dude.
interesting design choice.
See that fucking shot?
Yeah.
It's pure fucking chaos. Yeah, I don't understand why like TikTok and Instagram made a worse version of players where like you can't like pause and tab through the stuff correctly. Like I don't know. I don't know if anybody
Yeah.
else hates TikTok the same way I do, but it's like the least like the way the player works makes no fucking sense. It automatically plays without sound, so you always miss the sound at the beginning, and then you can't rewind it. You have to refresh it, and then it breaks the sound again. It's like
Yeah.
fucking
It makes you watch it twice so that they can get
Yeah.
more views.
make your shit make sense. All right, we got 2 dog-related videos in a row. That was a coincidence.
Although I don't know, the first one, does that count? That was just a weird guy.
He's dressed as
Or
a
girl.
dog.
I guess so. I'll count it. I wonder if somebody takes him on walks or if he just does that shit in his living room or in his apartment.
I don't know.
Or if he goes and poops outside.
Oil industry is a bunch of scamming lowlifes, and I'm gonna tell you why. We're gonna drain the oil out of this car and show you it's gonna run perfectly fine with no oil. Ladies and gentlemen, if this
No, it won't.
3.6 motor could hold up to being run with no oil, we will prove the oil industry's a scam and oil is not needed in a motor. And do not
Like there's no way
put
this is
oil
gonna
in
end
your
well.
engine, and if it's in there, don't ever
Definitely,
change it.
definitely is needed.
Stuntman! Rev it up! Oh, it already sounds like there's a monkey in there. No. No. What?
Yeah.
No. What? I just want to apologize to the oil industry. It appears that you need. It's not a myth. You really need oil.
Damn. He was
I don't know what the
so,
context
like,
of that was, but that was pretty funny.
He was so confident that you didn't need it.
I think it's the opposite. I think these guys are pro-oil. They're probably anti-electric car, and this is like a joke against woke libtards
Yeah.
that think you don't need oil.
Maybe.
That's the vibe I got from these guys, but I don't know like what else they're doing. But I would guess these are
Yeah,
car
that's
enthusiasts.
straight up sponsored content by the oil industry. Still pretty funny.
They just seem like they're working like on cars in a junkyard. You don't do that if you're like
Yeah,
not already
Yeah.
into cars. Like that's not somebody who doesn't know that your
That's
car needs an oil is going to be doing.
that's what Tropier is saying too here. Guys at a junkyard got bored. Yep.
The oil industry.
I didn't even click play there. What the fuck? That was weird.
That's pretty good.
All right, that was from Least Comic Standing. That was a good one though. I enjoyed it.
Let's see. I got a
Even if it's staged and fake, it's still a funny video. This was sent by me. This couldn't have been sent by me. I don't know what this is. Somebody sent this to me and I reposted. Maybe it was Yamster. Someone's thrown up. Oh, and they're all peeing next to her. It's Coachella, baby.
That's funny.
That's pretty funny.
It's like the designated puking and relieving yourself area.
It was Yamster. Shout out to Yamster.
That is pretty wild.
Pretty
Looks
gross.
like a nice
to be
day,
honest,
though.
but it was hot as fuck for Coachella. It was like 90+ degrees during the day in the desert.
Yeah. There's people outside in the pool right now.
I got my air conditioner on in here. On 80 degrees. Nice and cool.
Yeah, I'm considering turning it on out here. It's getting a little warm.
My room also, like, because I was
You
all
will only hear
fucking shit never
Oh.
plays when I want it to. You will only hear the word you're reading? What does that mean?
you will only
see.
hear the word you are reading.
What did you hear? I heard brainstorm.
You will only hear the word you are
I'll try the
reading.
other one now. Okay, I heard green needle this time. It does work.
Yeah, that's kind of wild.
Which one did
I
you
heard
hear?
brainstorm that time. Yeah, I did
Did
the
you-
other way around. I like swapped sides.
I'm gonna
I
try
heard both
closing
now.
my eyes and seeing what it sounds like.
You will only hear the word you are reading.
It doesn't sound like either when I close my eyes. It sounded like
it just sounds like a
Ringstrom.
noise. Yeah,
It's
that's
like
weird. But
Ringstrom.
definitely. It sounded a lot more like brainstorm than green needle, but I could hear both.
That's what it sounded like to me too. It's like it doesn't sound like a real word at all. It just sounds like a mashup of sounds. That was
Yeah.
interesting though.
That's pretty cool.
Thank
though.
you, Eric Yo, for the submission. We appreciate it.
That's like I feel like that's like that stadium effect where like people will be chanting something and you can just make up whatever you want it to whatever you want to hear.
Yeah. Did I play the Lizzie in a box one? That's still one of my like. I think it's the Irish
the
people
stadium.
freaking hate England, so they like chanted when. Yeah, like after Queen Elizabeth died, the Irish people were going. Wild. How bad do you have to be
Damn.
hated to have an entire stadium full of people chanting that they're glad
Yeah.
that you're dead? Like,
Yeah, damn. That's dark.
I
That
mean,
one also sounds. If you close your eyes, it sounds like they're saying brainstorm.
Ireland also has a very like fucked up relationship.
Yeah, I
with
didn't
England, so-
realize. I heard from a few of our Irish people in the community how much like anti. Whoa.
I think there's also like the whole weird religion thing where there's like Protestants versus Catholics, where I think like
Mm.
the Irish people are Catholic and the English people are Protestants, and then like the English people took over part of Ireland and like converted them to one religion, and now there's like two different factions, and I don't know. I studied all this stuff in
Oof.
foreign studies in
Yeah.
fucking 10th grade and have not looked into it since then, but that's why, you know, people are like pipe bombing each other and shit in Ireland. Was like it all has to do with the beef
Oh.
between the Protestants and the Catholics, I think. And that also has to
Wild.
do with the beef between England and Ireland. It's like a super deep rooted.
Yeah, old school indeed.
Anyway, let's watch this. Astral projection. It says, I don't know, scary
Okay.
horror. Probably good music.
Cool as hell.
This looks cool as shit though.
Yeah, it does. It looks cool as fucking hell. Damn, that's cool. That's so cool.
It is. I'm still waiting for how this can be used in like a less
Less like, Shadowy.
jarring way.
yeah.
Like if you could focus and be like, I want my subject to change like that, but the background to stay the same, that I could be seeing used like in a movie, but like there's like no practical
Yeah.
application where you want everything changing all the time because it's just too much. Like,
Yeah. But that's still really cool, especially considering
Oh,
that,
it's
like,
super
I'm pretty
cool.
sure most of that was probably done entirely without an artist like doing anything. It's just a computer came up with all of that.
AI.
Yeah, that's crazy cool.
All right, now we're on to Paul's submissions.
Ooh, let's see what Paul's got. His are dangerous.
People may or may not be getting brutally injured. Oh, this was Paul's submission.
Ah,
Is that right?
Okay. That one. Well, that one was pretty damn cool.
This one says took too much. Assume that's with drugs, but we'll find out.
Took too much. Yeah, that's the subreddit of people who are too high.
People have taken too much to hide it. Unknown drug. What is going on with this guy? This is at john.beastmode if you're looking for more content like this. The other thing is, he's filming himself to put this out there. Like, I'd feel
Oh,
bad
he's
for this guy if
recording.
somebody else uploaded this video, but this is like, this is how he wants to present himself to the world.
Yeah.
It's
Maybe
very
he's just,
strange.
like, channeling his energy to like get ready to pick up his 90 pound dumbbell. Damn, this is a lot of weight. I'm impressed.
Do not think that's proper technique, the way he's like arching his back up.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Guy needs a spotter too.
I don't think he's scaring everybody else off with that word. Like,
Okay,
guttural
that was
noise
weird
he
as fuck.
makes.
I enjoyed that video.
That does seem like he's high or he's, you know.
I don't
got
know
some
what's
kind
going
of
on there, but that
mental
was
thing.
that's the right type of off the rails. He didn't get seriously injured, so it was okay.
Yeah, exactly. I'm still
If he
kind
would
of
have dropped the
impressed. I
bar
don't
on
know
his
if I could
chest
do
and
that.
like broken his fucking ribs, then that would have been a little different story.
Yeah, I don't know
Oh,
if I could
what?
lift 90 pounds like that. Oh my freaky dog, dude! That's like a Dobby, like Dobby from Harry Potter.
The comment from Least Comic Standing was Danny DeVito trying to reach his toothbrush.
Oh my god,
Why is it not playing now?
that lower body is totally like Danny DeVito with a dog's head.
Is he
Gremlins,
growling?
yeah,
I
dude.
can't tell what he's doing.
I don't know. I feel like somebody fed their gremlin after midnight, though. This is
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a dog.
somebody got it wet, or somebody couldn't follow the rules from the mysterious old shopkeeper.
This one says, "Ain't nobody gonna stop us now," and Reddit unexpected.
All right, let's see. Oh, this one was great.
Where- Actually, I forget
I think
notifications on
this might be from me. I recognize this one.
H3,
right away.
H3. Even recommended IBS. That's what I get fucking. If you guys are wondering what Reddits I'm frequent, it's the IBS and SIBO Reddits. I also have been in the Mac DeMarco Reddit recently. I've been learning songs.
This
off
one's
his
pretty
new
great.
EP. Yes. That was the guy chanting that got hit in the face? That's amazing.
Yeah, the guy
Gotta play that
chanting with the
again.
megaphone got hit in the face.
Ain't nobody gonna stop us now! Poof! And it stops them
It's
immediately.
like it's a free kick too. You see them get ready to take the kick at the start of the video. It's like the guys like all lined up. He kicks it. Oh!
Yes.
He was in the splash zone. He knew the risks.
That's a pretty perfect, like,
Yeah.
instant
Also, I feel
karma.
like you're fine. You can take a soccer ball to the face like
Oh,
that.
I've been
right?
hit in the head with a
Like
soccer ball.
Yeah.
As long as it doesn't hit you in the wrong spot in the nose. If you get hit in the wrong spot in the nose, you can break your nose. But otherwise, that's like when you do headers in soccer, like it has to be your forehead. You can't hit it where your nose is or it can break your nose.
Yeah. That one was pretty good.
All
though.
right. This says, who posted this? These are Least Comic Standing. It says,
Yeah, I think.
it says my pussy matters. I don't know what the context of that is, but that is the quote.
Black Lives Matter. My pussy matters.
Have fun paying for all of this.
Black Lives Matter. My pussy
Great
matters.
time. Have a great time, man.
What is going
Black
on
Lives
here?
Matter. My pussy matters.
You make no sense. What is
More
wrong with
people
you?
don't matter, but her fucking pussy matters. Black Lives
What the
Matter.
fuck is this?
Her fucking pussy matters.
I wish I had more context on what's happening.
Somebody's really upset about something, but I'm also.
She says Black
confused
lives
what-
don't matter, my pussy matters. But like, what does that have
What
to do
is
with
she- what is
smashing
she
shit in
smashing?
Walmart? She's like smashing candles at Walmart. It's like, what is this like?
Candles.
What does that have to do with Black Lives Matter?
It's a really stupid way to get arrested.
Yeah, that's one way to spend
Yeah.
your afternoon.
All right, that could also go into took too much. I feel like she's just like having some kind of like reaction there.
Okay, this one is this man checking me from Lee's Comic Standing.
All right, let's see.
This mother tricking me. Come on, bro. I'm ready. Let's go right now. You don't have to
Yes.
fight. You don't have to fight.
You can do all that. Just don't touch me, bro.
Let's go right now. I'm ready, bro. Let's go. You don't know what the fuck you're dealing with, bro.
He's ready, dude.
You
This
don't
guy
know
is
what you're dealing
amazing.
Damn. I would be like 50% sure that he's faking like being crazy to like lure you in. So he's actually like some kind of like judo master. But like he's a ringer, you know, he's pretending like he's like a fool.
He looks like he's like trying to fight someone like fucking Will Ferrell and Step Brothers. Like,
Yeah, right? He looks
he
like
such a
chicken
fucking
that's
like
about to,
giant
square
little
up.
kid. He looks like such a goon. I love this video though. I'm gonna play it again.
Yeah, like Kung Fu
The
Panda,
way he's like
exactly.
flailing his limbs and she's just like, I'm gonna hit you.
Right? Dude, it's like how Mac does karate, like from Always Sunny. Like the only
It's
thing missing
worse,
is like, if he should be like
Yeah, he's not making the sound effects.
he needs to be.
This mother tricking me. Come on, bro. I'm ready. Let's go right now.
He's also got like, I think his sweatpants are tucked into his socks. This guy's outfit rocks.
You don't have to
Yeah, it's
fight.
called
You don't have to fight.
Wait, is he wearing one glove too?
Just don't touch me, bro.
Let's go right now. I'm ready, bro.
Yeah, he's got a single glove on. What the fuck is going on with this guy?
Let's go.
I'm
You
telling
don't
you,
know
it's
what the
called
fuck you're dealing with, bro. You don't know what you're dealing with.
I can't tell if he's trying to break dance. Like, if you put down a cardboard box and did that, that'd be closer to a break dance than fighting moves.
Right? You could add some like hip hop beats to this, and he'd probably be tearing up the floor, stomping the
let's try
yard,
it.
as it were. Right? Especially those stomps that he does. Damn, dude. You add the right downbeat to that. He's got some moves. They're just
I can
not
maybe do
fighting
that.
moves.
Let's try
let's see what we got.
The Heart
Good
Rate,
luck.
maybe, is a song we can play. It's not going to be hip hop, but let's watch him dance to this.
Yeah, it's gonna be the next corn kid. I will teach you how to fight. all right. Now I gotta play this to that.
This mother tricking me.
Oh yeah, dude.
There it is.
Oh damn, dude, he's tearing it up.
He looks like it looks like an aggressive dance off. I told you.
Yeah, dude. No, this is way more fitting. I feel like.
This is hilarious.
Damn, dude, he's throwing down. Let us move. Oh yeah, dude. Yes.
This man might be the next Michael Jackson. He's got the single glove and the moves.
The single glove is really it's like Mike, dude. Like Mike.
All right. Well, that was a fantastic
Although, like-
submission. Thank you for that.
I
think
think
that
like
might be my
Mike is
favorite one I've
referring to
seen
Michael
today.
Jordan though. But still.
Man's cutting a rug.
That was pretty
All
good,
right.
dude. Yeah. He's tearing up the floor.
Also, thank you, Least Comic Standing, for all these submissions. Like half the submissions today are yours. Super appreciate it. And as always, if anybody else would like to be added, we have a channel called Off the Rails that's a private channel. And if you would like to submit stuff, I'm happy to add you to that channel. This
That
one
was
is
a
called
pretty good one,
Racist
dude.
Foods.
Oh.
Bo Burnham.
Okay.
Invented everything but peanut butter, I believe. That's what I was taught in school. Everything but peanut butter.
What is the first part of that joke? I hate how you
The
missed
first
the
word?
beginning.
Yeah,
always.
fucking hell, man.
Invented
White guys invented everything but peanut butter.
everything but peanut butter, I believe. That's what I was taught in school. Everything but peanut butter. Doesn't sound right, but the American educational system having a racial bias? No way, Joseph. We'll do a racial joke about the white people so you don't feel uncomfortable. White people, we like the same foods. Favorite sandwich, peanut butter and jelly, macaroni and our favorite chips, salt and the... Wow. Who said it? Get the cameras on them. Your grandkids are going to see this. Know what a bigot their grandfather or grandmother were. Every non-white person, see who said that. Find them after the show. Put the lights down. Their faces creep me out.
I wonder how old that is.
That's funny. I feel like I've heard something like that.
Yeah, I mean that's
It's
like
almost
a
like
people
the
do that
Nick
for like
and
Twitch
her.
streamers where they like try to subscribe with names that phonetically read as
Yeah, like that one
expletives.
the pronouns bit the guy did where he's like, my pronouns are Nick and her. It's like
yeah.
trying to get her to say Nick and her back to back to
Yeah, same lane.
you know. It's good. Bo Burnham's like his Netflix special that came out during the pandemic was so fucking good.
So I was wondering how old that is because I don't think he's done stand up like that in a minute, but I also don't follow his career, so who knows. Okay, this one says the smell of them eggs.
You like the
Uh,
smell of them eggs, do you? It's really
loves
getting
it.
a whiff in there, huh? We got another. Oh, getting a whiff in there, huh?
Oh, kitty.
Smell them eggs. Smell them other eggs.
Secondhand eggs, dude. That cat caught red-handed, buried its face right in the poopy. Marcy does that too. She nasty.
Well, I think that's the last of our off the rails videos. Is there anything else you wanted to look at today?
Let me think. I was looking at when is the next redeem day for Funko? Is the next thing I want to.
We missed the last one. The last one was Hasbro.
The last one was Hasbro, and the last drop was the April Fool's drop, I think, which I missed that. It was kind of like spur of the moment.
The redemption started on 4/20 or 4/19. So there'll probably be one next week.
Nice.
Let's
Yeah,
see.
no, I think that kind of it's a nice little self-contained.
Yeah, we got tomorrow. We have what the fuck is this? From the creators of Castle's Farmers Pets. And it looks like they're using the same
Damn.
artwork as Farmers World.
The fuck? Those packs are 95 bones now.
You click it
Nice
and it says
bit,
this page
Uga.
can't be found.
It does kind of look like Farmer's Tales, doesn't it? It's remarkably similar, at least.
I personally would stay the fuck away from this, but I don't know. I've heard decent things about Castles. I haven't tried it. It's just like another clicker, and I feel like this is just going to be another clicker. So it's like, I don't know. How much do you want to click a token faucet every couple hours?
Is that about to drop or something? Is this like an ongoing drop right
Yeah,
now?
the sales tomorrow.
Oh, I wonder how it does in the current market conditions. I think there's still appetite for people to buy into stupid token faucets, but it's not going to be me.
I think this is literally
need
a
to-
Farmers World ripoff. It's the same fucking
Oh
thing
wow,
you
it
have.
totally is.
It's literally
Yeah,
like
you're gonna have
chainsaw for
wood.
wood, mine for coins. Like this is just Farmers World, but reskinned.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
Food tool, wood tool, silver tool. This is literally just Farmers World, I think. What a
Let's
lazy
see.
way to like copy the most popular project that already failed. Like, of course, this is also going to fail. Like,
are they also introducing a bunch of on-chain tokens, or is it all in-game this time?
found found traditional tokenomic systems do not work for video games. As such, we do not sell in-game resources such as pet food, silver, or wood for profit as a company, nor do we give our company a share of the sources. We may also reward team members with gaming assets such as tools. Okay. Seems like that contradicts the first sentence where it's like, we don't give our team members shit except the tools that mine those resources that we don't give them. Cool.
Yeah, we don't give them the resources directly, but we do give them the tools to mine them.
All resources
That's
used to
fine.
craft, repair, or recharge are burned by the game and taken out of circulation. Metasource Games reserves the right to mint tools, lands, resources, or other assets for promotional purposes. Two types of packs. All specific. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, Eric.
If you
we
love
did- we
Farmer's
did
World,
the
maybe check
bids.
that out, but I would stay away from that. You did miss
Yeah,
the
without
videos,
knowing
unfortunately,
much
Eric.
more about it. Without knowing more about it, I also will stay away. But it's fun to see. I'm curious to see how well it does. If it starts blowing up, I might FOMO in at a 2x price or some dumb shit.
I'm not going
It's
to
unlikely
buy
that
any
I
of that
will-
stuff or
I
even
don't think I will
participate.
either.
It's bad for Wax to even buy that stuff.
That's true. I actually probably won't. I was just like, I don't know. I got enough like click farms going with the ones I actually like to play. At least for now.
Trying to remember what video Eric posted. We watched your video, Eric. It was... Yeah, we watched the one... We did the blind test of like what it was saying, if it was saying two different words when that guy was doing the thing. Oh, and then we also watched the one where the dog was barking through the wall.
Yeah, we were confused about why there's a hole to the neighbor's door or like place in your wall or in the original poster's wall.
Thanks for the submissions, though. They were fun. Looks like Dark
That's kinda
Country is doing
wild.
some sort of sale. I haven't even like looked at
Are
Dark
they?
Country in like 2 years. Allow
I guess they'll
this.
have some.
It's not even on Wax. It's funny. They're advertising a sale on another blockchain. I guess technically Atomic Hub is IMX now, but I don't think anybody actually uses it for IMX. That's not a very effective advertisement. If I was going to like advise Dark Country, I'd say go advertise on a marketplace that people IMX use. Personally, but I mean, Dark Country is now on what, like 4 chains? Because they're also on Flow. I think they're on one other. I don't know.
Huh.
I fell off
I
in
don't
Dark
know how-
Country. When they started doing land sales, I was like, what does a land sale have to do with a card game? Like, and I don't know. They've like derailed their game from like 2 years trying to figure out how to like fix the
Yeah.
lands now, and it's just like that didn't need to exist. So maybe they fixed their stuff. I liked the actual card game. It just like became pretty clear
I did too.
they were focused on a bunch of other shit, like clicker web game based on owning land instead of the card game. And it's like, I just want to play a card game. I don't want to have to deal with all this other stuff. I think you're able to
Yeah.
upgrade your cards from in the game through the land stuff. But again, it's like same thing happened with Green Rabbit. It's like, I want to play the 3D racing game. I don't have to put in 75 hours playing a clicker just to be
Yeah.
able to play the racing game. Like, fuck that. I'm not going to do that. So
Yeah.
I sort of feel like that's how Dark Country ended up, is like you have to go through all of this nonsense for the land game just to like play the card game. It's honestly sort of similar with my beef with like Taco, where like in order to be involved, which they kind of addressed that and made a Crypty more thing, but the whole thing where it's like, yeah, like in order to play a Crypty, I need to get this token. That involves me spending like hundreds of dollars in your venue system. I just want to play the card game. That kind of sucks. But
Yeah, that's true.
I don't
It
know.
is-
I also understand companies need funding and people aren't willing.
Yeah,
like,
kind of par for
you
the
know.
course. A lot of people do that.
Yeah, it's like if you can't fund the game unless you sell land, you're going to do a land sale. Like if you need the money to pay the developers to keep developing the game and nobody's buying the cards, then you're going to start promising other shit, and that's what all the games do, and then they devalue and wreck their own economies. But I don't know how Dark Country's doing as far as like their token value. I know they have a token and stuff. I don't know if it's just like free falling like every other Wax token or if they've actually done a good job. I just assume it's not doing well because all games on Wax are not doing well. But
Yeah, I'm not sure either, actually. But
it's also weird Colonize Mars is taking off. Colonize Mars was on the Nifty show the week we were 2 years ago. Like, they were doing their pack drop to fund their game 2 years ago, and I think they, like, just released a clicker. It's like, it took you fucking 2 years to, like, release your click farm.
damn,
And then people are buying it again, which is, like, why? I don't know.
that one's
that was
also
a
on
sale
multiple
we did.
blockchains, isn't it?
We didn't. No, that's Million on Mars. Colonize Mars we didn't get into because it had an unlimited cap for their drop.
Oh, that's right.
And then they ended up doing, I think, a second sale with the same packs. Like they just minted more of them or something. Like I remember I did not like the way they distributed their assets initially. And it's just like I'm out just based on that.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's too pricey for what that is. Or it was anyway. I like the limited aspect of some of the stuff I own. But, you know, a lot of it's just for fun anyway, so.
Yeah, I don't think. I guess we can YouTube it. I don't think the game's fun, so like.
Yeah, isn't that the one where you have to, like, cultivate your own, like, farms and, like.
No, you're thinking
turn your
of
poop
Million on
into, like-
Mars.
Oh, am I? Okay, then.
Colonize Mars. And Million on Mars is made by a real game developer that's released a game on Steam. These guys are not that, I don't think. Like,
Oh, okay.
like I don't know.
Oh, I do remember this one, actually.
2 weeks ago.
Humanity's future is at stake. Already, forces are deciding how we'll live on Mars. Will you let them decide?
Mars is so tiny.
Or write your own
They got like a Morgan Freeman sounding guy.
Yeah,
Good
I
voice
did.
acting.
legacy. Join Colonize Mars, the only blockchain game where your actions can propel humanity to become multiplanetary. Combine your gaming and tokenomic skills to build a thriving Mars colony. Experiment with cutting-edge technology designed by aerospace experts and discover the best ways to build a new life on the Red Planet. Your contributions will be rewarded in Martian. The current and reap the rewards of a self-sustaining Mars grow.
Sorry, I'm skipping through this. I'm trying to see if they have any
Capture the sun's energy and create the foundation surges and see how life unfolds on humanity become a
That's all like none of that's gameplay. It says gameplay features and it didn't show you a single shot of what the gameplay screens look like. Let's see if we can find somebody with a gameplay video.
Hey.
Crypto Dreams, how to play. There we go, 6 months ago.
If you like the content on this channel, be sure to like away. So staking. So they have a lot with 25 plus strength.
How to stake and earn. See, this is the game. You just
the
stake shit.
cards
Like,
that I
actual
hold
game.
and are still locked. My crates,
Wait, here's the actual game.
and you can see here, this is the map. You can scroll in and out. So all of this is stuff that's still being developed and constantly improved upon. You get yourself some vehicles. These again going right, but you get socials. Well, there it is.
I don't know. That game looks incredibly mid. Nothing about that
Yeah.
makes me want to play it.
I haven't seen it on the market a lot more lately, though, yeah. Like he's saying, it seems to be popping off a bit.
Yeah, I don't know. It seemed like a bad project from the beginning, and it looks a lot like Million on Mars. Like, why wouldn't you just go play Million on Mars? It's like a more developed version of the same game. Like, even the way the grid
Right.
works, like where you build stuff, it's like that's what Million on Mars looks like, which is also a colonized. You're literally colonizing Mars. Like, them saying the only blockchain game where you can like explore other planets. I'm like, that's half the fucking blockchain games out there, my guy. Like, what a false statement that you're the only NFT game that you can like colonize other planets in. That's like literally what Alien Worlds is. Like, you know,
Right.
it's what Colonize Mars is. There's like multiple games on their blockchain that do that, let alone there's also like there's like Starship Fleet games on other blockchains too. So like, I don't know. I don't trust those guys. Shady advertising. The game looks like it's like basically an alpha version of any other like NFT game. But if you like it, you like it. I'm not gonna tell people what to buy. Also, what's going
Yeah.
on, Kitty?
What up, what up? Yeah, I don't know.
After playing something like NFL Rivals on stream, it's like, how can you take that shit seriously? Like, I have an actual fun game on my phone that I can play. Like, it's not a fucking like cooldown where I'm just waiting for shit to stake. It's an actual game where like my skill in the game dictates the outcome. I do play Rivals. I was playing it on stream like an hour ago. I won my first Super Bowl last night. It was fun as shit.
Yeah, that's definitely. I'm looking forward to trying that out actually after stream today. I already
Tomorrow we're
installed
also
it on
gonna
my
be
phone.
playing some big time.
Oh, nice. What time are we streaming tomorrow for the NFTopia?
We're not streaming tomorrow for NFTopia. We're streaming on Sunday for NFTopia.
Oh.
Sunday at 3 p.m. is our booth AMA time. Tomorrow we might like go into NFTopia on our stream because it's going to be going while we're playing big time. But
yeah,
I'm becoming a jock. Jock rock is my favorite genre.
Getting into that Rivals. I don't know. Rivals was pretty fucking. It did look pretty fun as far as like I don't know enough about
Glued
football,
along
so
the
it's
way.
cool that
Although the
Just show this off
cool
in case
that
people
it's
haven't seen
only
it. But
offense, too.
I'm an ambassador for big time, which means I can get people free access. You need a Ruby Pass to be able to play. But basically, if you just give me your email and sign up for an account, I can get your Ruby Pass. So if anybody is interested in playing an MMORPG on the blockchain, it's almost like a mix between Diablo and World of Warcraft. Obviously much less polished. Like, don't expect it to be at the same level as Diablo 4 or World of Warcraft. But for like a game in alpha, it's actually fun and playable and it feels good. You can play dungeons with up to 6 people cooperatively. So we play every day on stream on Friday. So if anybody would like to join us, just let me know on Discord. And I'm happy to help you sign up. It's also just a fun game.
Yeah.
So just like NFL Rivals, absolutely free to play. You can unlock NFTs in this game for free. You don't need to pay anything, and you can get cosmetics that drop. There is no pay to win. All of the NFTs that drop in this game are cosmetics, so if you decide to pay for nothing, you are not at a disadvantage towards people who did pay. And if you do decide to pay, it just gives you like sweet looks. So it's one of my favorite NFT economies out of any games. So I don't like pay
I've never
to win.
been in that Iceland. I've never seen the ice region.
The ice dungeons, I think, are around level 30 usually.
Oh, okay, that's probably why I'm like level 18 or 19.
The fire mages fuck in ice dungeons because your fire does more damage against the ice dudes.
Oh yeah. Missed.
He's talking about what I'm talking about, where it's like hard to hit shit with projectiles sometimes. I actually like that about the game, though. He said that was like a downside to the game is that it's hard to hit stuff, but to me it makes it more challenging.
It also makes it more satisfying to get that stuff when you do get it.
And it also makes dodging more important because like you can dodge the enemy projectiles just like they can miss yours. So like if you're good at dodging and good at aiming, you're more effective.
Yeah, Lewis was also. He said he won every game so far in Rivals, but
Rivals
Lewis also
is really
owns
easy
the
so
NFTs.
far. Yeah, I also own like I bought multiple packs, so I had like by default I had like 4 times the player score.
Yeah.
Like, when you
Oh,
start.
apparently it was even easier before. Apparently it was nerfed recently. Now I'm just getting into it now.
I just updated the game, so it might be harder today.
Oh, he's got a 105 players. Okay, no wonder. I have a 125 player Uga. He's
You also just want to upgrade your crowd score. Makes the game harder. So like you have like a fan score, and as you upgrade that, it increases the difficulty of the enemy teams that you're playing. So if you keep winning, you can keep upgrading that, and eventually you'll run into teams that should be hard to beat.
Oh, they nerfed like your actual score from 105 down to like 75, 80. Interesting.
Ooh,
I was talking
that's
about the
interesting.
score, like the power score on my NFT is like 125 for one of my guys.
I can't tell if you can watch big.
This
Time
game
or
is
not.
another one of those too, where like playing the game, like moving around and attacking stuff, feels good.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
still
one of the
pretty
best
fun.
feeling NFT games I've played, like of all
I
genres.
really like this one too.
I say this is up there with like Gods Unchained as far as like it just works. Like the UI kind of makes sense. Like the grind is fun. Like everything makes sense. It's a full rounded game.
Yeah, I half expect them to change the name from Big Time at some point in the future. I feel
Big
like
Time's
Big
a
Time
bad
isn't the
name
right
for a game.
Yeah.
There's like a big news. Who is that guy? Oh boy. There it is.
Oh, the powers did get
This is-
nerfed.
This is a soundbite on the H3 podcast. Whenever somebody says like big time, I think of his like he goes big news. Oh boy! So he starts like all of his. Here's a compilation.
Boy, oh 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 boy. Big news, 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 big, great news. Donald Trump is getting very angry on Truth Social. Donald Trump is very angry on Truth Social. Trump is freaking.
Yeah, that guy's like I don't know. Whenever they're like they have an announcement on the H3 podcast, they just play that big news. Oh boy, big news over and over. I have no idea what that guy's content is. I guess it's political commentary, just basically on him talking about Trump. But that soundbite's embedded into my brain.
It sounded like pig news a couple times.
Yeah, it sounds like he's
there.
saying pig news.
Yeah, pig news. Pig news. Bacon's back in season.
I also like this too, that you have like a set amount of games. Because in the campaign mode, you can like return games. If you lose a game, you can reset it. I think you can like overturn it and change your score. But like in the tournament and PvP mode, it'll be like you can play 8 players. After your 8 players, whoever gets the most points is at the top of the leaderboard. So like the tournament is 8 games total, and you can't just keep. It's not like whoever grinds the most. It's whoever does the best in their 8 matches. So I do think there's like, I don't know.
So you can stay competitive without playing all day.
Yeah. I honestly think they're doing really like you can grind the game as much as you'd like to get the free players, and then you can delete the free players into credits to level up your paid players, and that you can pretty much do all day every day. But like the PvP and other stuff is a little more like you can only play a certain amount of rounds. But yeah, I don't know. I like it. It's like you can play a ton or you can play a little, and kind of both play styles work. And I don't know, the whole grind of like, as I said, every time you open one of those packs, it's RNG for the number that your player comes out and what position they are. So like right now I'm looking for like a linebacker and a wide receiver. So like every time I pull a different fucking player, I'm like, fuck, but like it gives me something to keep grinding towards. So I'm trying to fill the gaps I don't have in my lineup. And then when I get players that I can't use, then I can delete them and then put those points into my NFTs and upgrade them. So like, I don't know. The grind system is like, that's half of games for me is like, am I working towards something? And there's something to work towards. And there's like a clear path for grinding. Same with Big Time. That's why I like both of those games.
Yeah, it's definitely nice. I also really like that it keeps you from being able to grind into the NFT ownership just for free to play, because that keeps like the value of those.
For now,
secondary
I can't
market.
guarantee they won't do that eventually, but as of now,
That's
there's
true.
no path I can see to get a free NFT. You do need a better wide receiver. Passing is how you win PvP. Like passing is better than running for sure in this game. And the faster your wide receiver is, like the higher skill he has, like the farther you're going to get down the field before he catches it, and the more you can outrun them to like score touchdowns. I'll play another game.
Yeah.
Let's close our stream playing.
Yeah, I'll run one more round of it. Here, I'll hide myself again.
You can also download it if you want to try it out.
I have it on my phone, but I still have to get through the tutorial before I can like use my
I mean, you
NFTs.
can just do that. You're not on screen right now.
That's true. I will do that.
It's also on your phone, so you can like watch the screen what I'm doing and comment while playing. I unplugged my adapter 1 second. I'm plugging my phone back in. Big news!
Yeah.
Oh boy!
Uga just found out how to sprint. He says he thought you had to hold the button.
The sprint is
No, I
huge as
think-
far as like, if you time the sprint
Yeah.
correctly, you can dodge like like one tackler. If there's 2 people trying to tackle, you can't dodge both of them. But a well-timed sprint will like make their dive bounce off of you. They'll dive at the wrong time and they miss tackling you. And that sort of stuff is satisfying. That's what I'm saying. Like as a player, it is skill based, and the better skilled you are, the more you can pull that shit off. So like, same with like threading the needle, like for passes, like knowing how to get the pass ahead of the defender, but within the range of your guy being able to hit it is actually kind of tricky. And like you saw me play, like I'm dominating people. I still miss like 1 or 2 passes in a row, like per possession. So it's like, it's pretty easy, but it's challenging enough that it keeps me engaged. Is this plugged in?
Yeah. I do like that. Like, yeah, let's see. I'm trying mine right now.
For some reason my capture thing is not working. Give me one moment, people. Sorry for the dead air.
Is that the for the capture card? Yeah, let's see. My NFT rival is
3D
just
capture
installed,
utility is
says.
what it's called, and it just wasn't loading the screen. Like my phone says it's plugged in. It's plugged into the computer.
Loading.
I just need... The software is not talking to
yeah.
the hardware.
Wow, it literally just drops right into the gameplay tutorial once you launch the app.
4K capture utility is the name of this thing. Why is there no signal? Wait, there we go. Well, we'll see if I can't get this to work then. Oh wait, now it's working. Let's go.
Oh, yep, there it is.
Yeah, the farther they go, the bigger the circle gets. That's also why you want a good quarterback, because I believe the better your quarterback is, the like more accurate those throws will be. So for like dive bomb passes, you're gonna want like a nice quarterback. My quarterback's okay. I mean, I have the free one that came in the packs. I think everybody gets a free quarterback when they start. He's like rank 80 something.
Nice.
One thing I'd like to know is why my sound isn't working though. So I think this should work with sound. Oh, it's because it's muted. Is that why? Or is it recording right now? I can't tell what's happening.
I don't hear it yet.
I don't know what that was. I think the volume on my phone is turned off, but I don't know how to switch it. Does anybody know how to like adjust where your volume is coming out of?
Huh.
Because like when I press my volume button up and down, it's just doing nothing right now. Like my volume is not being controlled.
I have no idea. Maybe it's like being controlled by like the external thing, I guess.
Let me see if I can like play music. Oops, I just screenshot it on accident. Yeah, there's no sound. Wait.
I pet it, she said me or the dog. I said,
Yeah,
whoa.
I hear that.
Okay, that works. All right, now let's try NFL Rivals. NFL Rivals should have sound. Still not working for the sound. I don't know why. I believe it's a... Maybe it's a settings issue? Says my sound's on. I don't know. I'll figure that out another time when we're not streaming. Yeah, I think it has to do with like trying to output it to my computer though, because I think the sound should work fine if you're just playing in the game. All right, maybe I'll turn on some music then if we don't have game sound. Shuffle. Turn on the volume. All right, let's try a round.
Yeah, I'm trying the round right now. Short pass.
3-0. Can I go 4-0?
Incomplete. Uh-oh. I'm playing fourth down, dude. Fuck this noise.
All right, let's go.
Let's
Going
see.
with that
Oh, and then
pass.
to do the dive, do you just tap up on the thing?
Yeah. You tap directionals for juke, like left and right. Will juke left or right? Double tap a sprint. And you have 2 double taps per run. Let's go, Colby! Let's go, my tight end. Square touchdown. Let's run this. I sent them feedback. It glitches out sometimes when you dive. Like, diving triggers the enemies to be able to, like, tackle you when they shouldn't be able to. 8-0. I'll take it. DeAndre Hopkins with a 14-yard return. Cardinals are going to punt. What a bunch of noobs. 50-yard punt. That was pretty good, though. I'm just going to go for a fly route. He's got wheels. See that? I just friggin' I sprinted at the right time and he missed the tackle, so I got an extra couple of yards. Let's do it. Touchdown! Chris Moore. No offense to Chris Moore, but I'm trying to replace his ass. He doesn't have a very high score. Your ass is cut when I get a better player, Chris Moore. I also like when you dive for a touchdown, it like slow motions and shows you diving like over the line.
Yeah, if you time it right, I think. Right? Let's see.
I'm not sure if I've ever timed it wrong, to be honest. Like, I've dove into the end zone like 45 times and never missed it once. Actually, that's not true. On one time on a 2-point conversion, I tried to dive in and they stopped me at the 1-yard line. Ooh, we intercepted it. Get wrecked. I'll do a running play. Wheels, baby! When I was first playing, I thought if I like ran more touchdowns, my character would get more experience and level up faster. But now that I know, like, it doesn't matter which characters you play with, I'm fine just passing it to like the players I don't even own. Let's go. Kickoff. 5-yard return. That's horrible. I don't know if you can even do it that bad if you tried. Cardinals are punting. Cardinals are a bunch of stinkers.
Punting. Wussies.
They scored once, though, so I guess they're not, like, totally incompetent. No, that's too far. Oh, I still got it! What a catch. Let's see, I'm going to do a fly route to my running back because he can just blow by everybody. Let's go! He's, like, skipping. What? How did I not make that? I just did what I said I'd never done before, and I dove too early. Boom.
Wow.
Yeah, there's something weird with the diving. Like, when you dive, it changes the mechanics of how, like, blocking and tackling work. Oh, shit, that was bad. I should have not tried to go through that hole. I should have gone to the side. There's kind of like a cheat. My guy is so fast that I can just not run through the holes, and I just run to either side, and I can always outrun their defenders to get the 2-point conversion. At some point, they'll probably, like, change that, though, because, like, a real player would just blitz me and tackle me. They wouldn't just let me run in like that. Chris Moore. Let's go. No! Oh, so close to getting one last touchdown. End of the game. 70-yard pass. What a win for the Seahawks. I agree, game. Oh, hell yeah, I got wide receiver points. You know what? I'm going to play one more game. I had fun doing that.
Romo
I was like, I'm going to do one and then sign off. But like,
tutorial here.
This game is actually fun. Like, I just want to keep playing it.
I'm digging it, dude.
This is what happened to me last night. Like, I was like, I'm going to play a couple rounds and then go to sleep. I ended up playing an entire season. Like, I played all the games and won the Super Bowl. And then there's like, is that saving up to you? I don't know if you've seen the store. It costs $2,500 for a pack, but you can get 5 packs for $10,500, which is like several hundred cheaper. So it's cheaper if you buy in bulk.
Yeah.
So I was trying to like, since I had overpowered players to start with, I was like, if I can just win a Super Bowl and get enough points, then I can open that and then I'll upgrade my like fan score and play against harder teams, which is what I did. I don't know. So far, I like the grind. I like all this. I'm playing the Vikings.
Incomplete.
I don't know a single player on the Minnesota Vikings anymore. Randy Moss used to be the guy that I knew on the Vikings. I think Dante Culpepper is also on the Vikings. Aging myself, letting you know back when I used to watch football, who's still playing. I want to say Randy Moss had like an insane catch versus the Green Bay Packers one time, and it really pissed me off. Maybe it's the other way around. Oh, hell yeah. What a fucking throw.
The 1 point thing is pretty fun to do too. Like the field.
Oh yeah, the kick. I can show what that looks like. I just like
Yeah.
to punish my enemies and always get 2 points. That also works for a field goal. Like if you get within like 50 yards of the end and you can't score and it's 4th down, you can kick for 3 points instead of going for the touchdown. Let's go. No, I missed. And that's why I go for 2 points, because it's like harder to fucking hit the field goal than it is.
You
Okay,
can
they
juke
punted.
left and juke right.
Yep.
Yeah,
I don't
that
know how
seems pretty
useful
cool.
the juke is. I've used it a couple times effectively, but most of the time sprint is effectively like the juke.
Fuck. I'm crushing right now, but it's a tutorial. It's like 33-0.
It'll definitely get harder. Like, it gets harder when their players get better, because then you can't, like, for throwing, your guy outruns them when he has a higher speed, but when they get the same speed as you, then it's much harder to, like, get your players open. And same with, like, running. It's hard to outrun the defenders when they're as fast as you. So it does get a little harder, but I wouldn't say this game is hard by any means. Like, I'm just absolutely dominating every round. I also don't hate it, though. Like, I have fun dominating the computer.
Yeah.
It's challenging enough that it's fun. Because the other thing is you're trying to perfect beating the computer, because you need to beat the computer better than the other players. So I'm trying to do personal best, so I don't really, like... Obviously, I'm going to beat the computer either way. Fuck, that was a horrible pass. I almost got intercepted. I do think it's a fair criticism that the game's a little too easy. I also think they can adjust that, so I'm not that worried about it. What the fuck? That ended up, like, nowhere near where my circle was. I'm in a really bad spot right now. It's fucking 3rd down, and I'm, like, in my own fucking end zone. Oh, shit! That was a horrible pass! And he caught it! What the hell? That should not have worked as well as it did. Thank you, Colby. You shouldn't have caught that. Boom.
Let's see.
With
So
the
where
Jets.
do you sign in now? I think I beat the tutorial. Where do I go to sign in to my account?
It'll tell you to play the
Okay.
campaign. I had to like go through that because it wouldn't let me click anything else, and then I had to go back to the main screen, and then I linked my account. You
I
just click
see
on
it.
your name in the upper left.
Yeah, yeah, where it says guest, you can change, and it says link mythical account.
Yep, and you can also change your name. Quarterback sneak, Jalen Hurts. Is Jalen Hurts a starting quarterback, or is he a backup quarterback? That's something I'm curious about. So I think the Eagles were in the Super Bowl, so I'd assume that their quarterback is like a higher rating than 80 something. Boom. God. Passing in this game feels good. I like the way it like drags and like the circle works and everything. Should I go for 1 point this time? Since I missed last time. Fuck, I think I missed it again. Oh, nope, I made it this time. Damn, I scored 29 points in the first half. This is a blowout. If I keep it up, I'll have 60 points by the end of the game. I intercepted it. Get wrecked.
Gotta do a password reset.
No, I barely missed it. The good news about missing a pass is it stops the clock, though. It's better than like missing a run. Boom. Touchdown. Colby Parkinson, my tight end. I score with my tight ends a lot, Max, so you should be able to like get good use out of your NFT. I also like that the plays are RNG, so you can't just like pick the one play you know will score every time. You have to kind of like adjust based on what shuffles. It's like having a deck in a trading card game. You don't quite know what you're going to pull out. Shit. Throw more accurately, brother. Throwing some Hail Marys today. Hell yeah, that was an amazing catch. Okay, I'm going to go for my running back this time. Put on the Jets. Put on the Jets. Let's go. Boom. Touchdown. I'm going to go for the 1 point again just for funsies. I need to get better at kicking too in case I need to do it in the future. It's good. That's another thing I want to get better at is the 2-point conversions while passing. It's very hard for me to hit the short passes. So I always practice doing the long passes. So at some point before I play the other players, like, I'm going to just get good at everything just in case, like, the meta changes for how you play the game. Damn, they fucking intercepted right here. Fuck. Barely missed it. See, like here, because the quarter is almost over, Max, it's asking me would I like to do a field goal. There's only 25 seconds left, and the game can end before I score. So it gives you the option, like, when the quarter is almost over to kick it instead of... Fuck, again? We're going for it. I'm going to try to hit my running back this time. And he's in. 50 points. This is actually one of my highest scoring games of all time. Y'all are seeing a true good run from me. $52-0. Get wrecked. I'm about ready to up the skill level of my opponents. Hell yeah, I got more wide receiver points too. I think I'm gonna buy a wide receiver like in the next couple days on the aftermarket. So I'd really like to invest the points into a player I own and not into like the free players.
Right.
Ooh shit! It says I should have a 2100 team power for the next level. I'm not even close to that. I'm at 1519. There's also these achievements, if you didn't see, Max, in the lower left, and these give you extra tokens. So if you go into achievements, it's like your season pass.
Oh, I see.
I'm a little not totally sure what the difference between the diamonds and the rarity tokens are yet. I'm not spending the diamonds because you don't seem to get them as often. So like I'm holding on to the diamonds until I like learn if there's a way to get them in game more consistently. Because I see you can buy packs with diamonds, but I don't want to just use them all now because, like, I don't know, if you play a lot of these games, it's like the diamonds will be what costs fiat, and then they will be very useful for other parts of the game. And if you spend them now on, like, the bullshit, they're just trying to get you to waste them so you can't spend them when you need them later on, like, the more important stuff. And that's how they get you to, like, you know, do the microtransactions and shit. So I'm trying to hold on to my diamonds and not waste them on the free cards because, like, maybe in the future you'll be able to use the diamonds to buy NFTs because it's a paid currency. So my speculation right now is hold the diamonds, spend the rarity coins. The rarity coins I use to buy new packs and to upgrade my guys. My diamonds I'm just holding. But if you look in the shop, there are diamond packs right here. Like, for 650 diamonds, I can get a guaranteed 80+ offensive player. So I'm hoping in the future for enough diamonds I'll be able to get an NFT. But I don't know if that'll be the case.
Yeah.
There's also
might be
this
worth
one, the
saving
80
for,
plus.
though.
For 500 diamonds, you get an 80 plus power player pack, which gives you 1 card with plus 80, and then 2 cards with at least 65 power or better. So they're solid packs too.
But
And
that
this is the
stuff
other
is
thing I was telling you
not.
about, where it's 2,500 per card, and then
Yeah.
the XL player pack has 5 cards, and it's only 10,500, and it should be 12,500. So you save 2,000 of the token, which is almost an entire another player if you buy the XL player pack. So I don't spend any of my tokens on the smaller packs personally. But I will say, if you have less players than me, you might want to do the team builders. Like this pack is at a discount. It's only 500, and it gives you a 70 plus offensive lineman, a 60 plus power running back, and a tight end. Guess what? I have a fucking rating 100 running back. I have 3 tight ends that are NFTs that are all higher rating than that, and I have a tight end that's a. So like I have NFT versions of all of those cards, so it wasn't worth it for me to buy the team building packs. But if you're playing for free, like I bet these packs are a million times better than just trying to roll through the. It's like they're way cheaper. You're getting 3 players for 500. That costs 2,500 per player. So I don't know. I might end up buying those packs just to burn those guys, because you can use them to burn into the currency that takes to upgrade the other guys. So even though I don't need a running back, I do need to upgrade my running back. So if I burn this running back that's a guaranteed 80 or whatever, it'll give me several thousand of the points. They go up in price each time. Yeah, that's sort of been my strategy so far, is to avoid those. Just because I don't need the players that's in them. But I have a lot of NFTs if you look at my team. Like you can see all 3 of my linemen are 90 or above and NFTs. Actually, I could use a tight end. My tight end's kind of weak. But my running back is my best player. He has a 108 skill, so like getting a guaranteed good running back is like, I don't need that. What I really need is wide receivers. I'm missing a wide receiver here. And if you go to special teams, I have no wide receivers. So I need like 3 more wide receivers, which is another reason why I want to buy one. You need a bunch of them for your team. Now defense, I need the short safety. What did I say? Full free safety? The other one? 2 defensive ends still. I also, it fucking sucks. I got 2 of the same player. I got 2 of this guy, and he's actually good. He's 88, but I can't use him because I already have one equipped.
But
you can't use
you could
duplicates,
burn
so
him,
it's like
but you don't want to burn him into like the.
you can't burn him into like
non-NFT.
what I tried, just to see what would happen, because I was like, it'd be shitty if you burned your NFT on accident. If you go to Quick Sell, it says, "This is a valuable limited edition player. There's a mythical marketplace where rivals can be traded." And the reason that's not linked in game is because that's against Apple's terms of service. If you linked it in game, Apple would take 30% of everything from the mythical marketplace. So by not linking any of that shit to the game, they're able to bypass Apple's bullshit rules against NFT games.
That's kind of cool.
That's also what our planet. That's what anybody who's doing NFT games is doing right now. Is like you can't sell your stuff. Although this has to be like this right here. You can buy NFTs in game. I think the draft pack, maybe not. The $15 draft pack. I think this includes an actual NFT, and Apple gets 30% of this. So they are working with Apple for this stuff for the fiat purchases, but not through the mythical marketplace aftermarket purchases.
Oh, I see.
Which would make sense, because then Apple would get 30% of your aftermarket as a player selling it. Or maybe not necessarily, but the money has to go to Apple somehow. It's Mythical is not paying for you.
Apple's got to wet their beak.
That's sort of, I guess, the overview of what I've learned in the last 24 hours. I'm new to this, so this is just like first impressions. But I always try to figure out the strategy of like, where should I be spending my in-game tokens? What should I be holding? What should I be grinding towards? And yeah, it seems like you're just trying to grind out packs. Whatever you can get for the most players for the cheapest is the best. And then if you get bad players, you just delete them into currency that you use to upgrade your better players. But it's a nice grind. It really just makes me want to get more NFTs though. And it's kind of fucking expensive is the worst part of the game. Is like $15 is not cheap for a game.
They're
I've already spent like
pricey,
$100 on packs. So
to get like a
probably
full
shouldn't.
team of all NFTs is like a quite pricey.
Yeah. But you don't need the NFTs. Like that's more of just like
Exactly.
I'd like to invest my time into something that I could resell.
Same. Because I have a decent amount of these NFTs. I'm gonna try it out. Still
I
having
just
a
have too
hard
many
time linking
blancos.
it.
So if I can sell a blanco for $15 and then buy a wide receiver, like that's fine by me.
Yeah. That
That's one of the
I'm into
beauty
that
of these
too.
assets is
Like,
you can trade them around.
yeah, moving from one game into another game, that I'm into that.
It's also literally the same wallet. If I sell in the blancos marketplace, it goes to my mythical balance, which I can then use to buy. Like I don't need to do any converting of currencies or sending it from one wallet to
Yeah.
another. It's in the same ecosystem, so pretty easy. We'll
Yeah.
see. Blancos market's pretty shit right now, so I'll have to see if there's any blancos worth selling. Because if they're all really, really cheap, I'll probably just hold on to my blancos and not buy a wide receiver. So I'm also fine
Yeah.
grinding him out. I got this dude from a mission. He's a 93. He's not an NFT, but like if I can get one more wide receiver in the 90s, like that's playable. I think I can compete in tournaments. The issues right now, my other guy's 69. This guy's slow as balls. So if I'm playing against people with fast cornerbacks, I only have one available receiver basically.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to build my team for PvP, basically.
I see. Yeah, I'm excited to get into this a little bit more. I gotta figure out why it won't let me like link my mythical account. I keep saying I have the wrong password, but I reset the password, and then it's still saying it's wrong. So I'll figure this out.
I don't know.
It's pretty dope though. The game is fun. I played through the tutorial and I had a good time doing that. And I could definitely see myself grinding into my little NFT guys, leveling them up.
I also like how quick the games are. Like it is definitely like a toilet game as far as like it takes like under 5 minutes to play around. So like if you just need to kill a little bit of time, you can run into a game and then like I don't know. It's nice.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to like blockchain brawlers being like on the phone to that extent too, where it's just an app and easy to like log in and do a quick match and then drop out.
Fails. Rivals is going fun. I'm really enjoying it. I'm a mythical stan. I'm a fanboy, so I mean, I guess I criticize them sometimes, like I think fairly, but I think they're doing a good job with this game.
Yeah, I kind of agree.
I'd say the only downside is the cost of the packs. Like I think they're charging too much to get into the game. As far as like, as we just said, if you want to build a full NFT team, paying like the prices you're paying per card is very expensive. Like even if you just buy all commons on the aftermarket, it is not cheap to get enough cards to play.
Yeah.
But you don't necessarily need the NFTs. It's just, I don't know. It just worries me as somebody's buying them because it's like I don't think these prices are sustainable. Like.
Yeah, although like you said, you don't need them, so people can be like investing tons of time and into the game without ever owning NFTs.
I have
End up
not
with
got a
better
draft pack.
players.
I'm gonna try to sell some blancos before I buy any more draft stuff, or not draft stuff, NFL rival stuff. I got the Super Bowl pack, and then I got the like upcoming stars packs, and they're both like $50. So I don't know, $100 is a little more than I would have liked to spend on a game. My sort of general rule of thumb for buying into games is like I shouldn't have to spend more than $60 to play your game competitively, or it's not going to be sustainable for the average gamer. And
Yeah.
I do think to compete at the highest level in Rivals right now, you have to spend way more money than that, and it's just like no real gamers are going to do that. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I also don't mind spending the money because I know they're actually developing stuff. Like, if we were kickstarting a game from a team that had never released a game and they wanted $50 packs, I'd like be like, go fuck yourself. You're gonna rug pull. But I knew they weren't gonna rug pull and they're gonna release something, so I was willing to spend the money on it.
Yeah, I got the upcoming stars pack too. That
But-
was like the 3 NFTs.
That's interesting. Tango won all of the. I thought Tango had a kick-ass team though. I thought he had legendaries. And it's definitely skill-based, so I appreciate that. Like knowing when the double tap the boost, being able to aim the circle, and as the circle gets bigger as it goes farther, there's a decent amount of skill involved in like the passing game. Like we were saying, like the game's a little easy as far as like playing the CPU goes, but like to maximize your score and like play against other players, it is like a little challenging.
Yeah.
Let's see. I think we're gonna end our stream. Oh, right.
Yeah,
We'll do a giveaway before we end the stream. Novo Pangea raided into us. Hello, Novo Pangea. We'll play one more game of Rivals, then we'll do. I want to show this game off to the Raiders. We can't sit here and talk about it without showing it. This is a blockchain game on the Mythical blockchain. It is free to play. You can download it in the Apple or Google store. Came out yesterday.
Really?
They are officially partnered with the NFL and the NFL Players Association. They're the only NFL, the only NFT game with those licenses. So there are no other NFT games that have an NFLPA license, to my knowledge. I believe DraftKings does for fantasy football, but that is not an interactive game. You don't need any NFTs to start BuzzKing. You can just download the game and just get going. It's 100% free to play to start. And the thing is, you level your players up to make them better, to progress through the game. The free-to-play players you cannot sell. So you can invest hundreds of hours into them, get them to the max level, max out all their stats, and then they're just stuck in your account. You can't do anything with them. The NFT players, same thing, but then you can sell them on the aftermarket. So the speculation is that you can sell them for more than you paid for them on the aftermarket if you put time into them, but that's also speculative value. Whether or not the audience is willing to pay for the time you invested in it is up to the audience, and the game is so new and the audience is so small that we don't know how that's going to go. So I'm not sure what you're asking about for the Polkadot stuff. Are you talking about the Poké Starter gaming sort of stuff?
It's hot. Fucking hot in the living room, you know. I took off my shirt.
150k downloads before launch yesterday. That's badass. I saw it was the #1 game in the sports category in the Apple Store.
Damn, was that for Rivals or for which one?
Rivals. I think
That's pretty
MMG
sweet.
broke it. Too many downloads. Yeah, I don't know what the Poké stuff you're talking about is. I'll have to look through the chats and the announcements and see if I missed something. I know Poké Starter, who's they do the Web3 Game Awards. They nominated Blankos for one of the games of the year, but that's my only thing I know that has to do with Mythical and Poké combined. I believe Poké Starter is funded by the Polkadot blockchain, but it highlights games from other chains as well.
Poké Starter just sounds like something that you get early on in a Pokemon game. It's like, oh, go see Professor Oak to get your Poké Starter.
Search on Mythical News. Okay, yeah, I'll check it out in a second after this game.
Let's see. I'm gonna try to link my accounts again. I don't know why it's saying my name is wrong.
Are you spelling it wrong?
Log into my Mythical account, and then it says wrong password. But let's see.
Thread the needle. Let's go. 30 points before halftime. This is a blowout. Two points to the Seahawks. I also wonder if I can change teams at some point, because I picked the Seahawks, but I'd be interested in, trying a different season on a different team. Might try to play as the LA Rams or the Green Bay Packers at some point, just for funsies. Come on, running back, take off. Ooh, the wrong guy caught that. I was not throwing it to you, DK Metcalf. And now you're too slow to run to the touchdown. You should have let the running back catch it. I also haven't really looked into Nitro Racing too much. I know the Mythical team recently just launched that. That one was very much not my style. I bet it's going to be a fine game. If it was a regular car racing game, I'd be interested. But the fact that it's a drag racing game is just I don't know. It's no longer who can aim their car the best. It's just who can go in the straight line the first. Which is fine. I'm just not a car fan as far as I'm not interested in cars. I'm not interested in souping up cars or modifying suspension. And that's very much what that game is. It's owning your shop and putting different parts into your cars. And I'd be more interested in a Gran Turismo or a Dirt style game where it's more of an interactive race. And if we're being honest, Mario Kart is about the only racing game I'm interested in. I like cartoony racing games. But I do think it's cool if you're interested in cars and stuff. And it is cool that they're catering to multiple audiences. I'm really still looking forward to updates to Blankos. I'm curious what they're going to do about the classes, because they said they're like removing one skill from each Blanco, and they're adding like a healing class and some other, like turning it into more of an RPG game. So that's something I'm very interested in. If they turned Blankos into like a low-key RPG, I'd be so fucking stoked. I don't know if that's the way that the community is interested in it being developed, because I know it started out as kind of like a racer shooter vibe collector thing, but like, I don't know, if they could create NPCs that could fight against you and there were like dungeons and I could like heal a tank class and then their DPS classes and we were like working together to beat stuff, like that would be awesome for Blankos. I don't know if that's like what they're working towards, but I would love that.
Yeah, that would be pretty
I do
cool.
think it's sort of in like a... Blankos is kind of in a transition phase right now. Like, they don't really know what they're doing. I think they're kind of realizing that, like, the game in its current iteration just doesn't have an audience. Like, it's, like, not really a looter shooter. It's not really a platformer. It's, like, it's just kind of, like, not really anything. It's really cool. I love it. It's a creative, open-ended game. But there's no, like, existing audience. Like, the way you get players to play your game is by having a game similar to popular games. And, like, the most similar game is Fall Guys, and it's still a very different game than Fall Guys. It's also very limited by PC. They learned... Mythical learned their lesson. It's not an accident that Nitro Nation and NFL Rivals are mobile games. Like, they realized they fucked up as far as, like, a huge audience for crypto gaming, and gaming in general is mobile. I personally don't play mobile games at all, really. Like, this is one of the only mobile games I play. One of the only other ones I play is called Our Planet, and it's a game on the WaxP blockchain. But outside of NFT games, I don't really play mobile games. And, yeah, I don't know. I play, like, Overwatch. I play Counter-Strike. I'm a PC gamer.
Yeah.
So to me, it totally makes sense to play. But I do think that Blankos would perform better on consoles. If you could play Blankos for free on Nintendo Switch, more people would play it there than they would on PC, I think. So I do think if they can get into consoles, Blankos could really have a better shot at mainstream adoption. I also haven't given up on Blankos at all. I know a lot of people are like, Blankos is dead, they're developing other games. I'm like, no, like, they're doing other stuff, but, like, the Blankos team is still working on Blankos, and, like, the level builders are also getting better. This is, like, a real, like, nuanced thing, but I've been playing for years, like, almost 2 years now, and the levels that people are building now are so much more complex and better than the levels that were 2 years ago. So, like, when the player base does come, we have better builders, we have, like, better community stuff going on. Like, I don't know. It's still really solid. It's just, like, kind of a bummer because the player base is dwindling. And because the player base is dwindling, the prices are going down, so there's a bunch of FUD because people are, like, losing money on their investments, their video gaming investments, which is, you know, unfortunate. And I'm also not happy. I bought the Dead Mouse Professor Meowingtons for $300, and it's worth like $80 right now. So, you know, I took a fucking solid $120 loss on that purchase if I wanted to sell it right now. So, I understand it. Like, I understand being frustrated by it, but, like, I'm not under the impression that, like, the Mythical team is abandoning Blankos and Blankos is fucked and, like, it's dying. Like, I think Blankos is fine. I'm still having fun. I play it every day. There's still people that play it. The community's dwindling a bit, but yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for the future of Blankos. But also, like, this gives me so much more faith in the Mythical team. Like, seeing that they launched NFL Rivals, it's working. They got their partnerships worked out. Like, they're a big deal. They're serious. They know what they're doing. And I think they're here for the long run. I don't think they're going anywhere. So shout out to Mythical. They also are launching their own blockchain, which I'm excited about. I think that's to bypass the Uphold issue. Because on Uphold, people in Europe are having issues of... people have issues cashing out of Blankos with Uphold. So I'm pretty sure, like, the whole Mythical blockchain is a... The Mythical blockchain is a way so people can cash out decentralized. Because if you cannot trade through Uphold, what you can do is send Myth to, like, a MetaMask wallet, and then you can go swap Myth on Uniswap. And then you can send Ethereum to any exchange ever. So, like, you know, if Uphold doesn't work, you can send it to the wallet that does work for you. So that's sort of what I think is going on. I'll have to look at the announcement you're saying. But I think the Mythical blockchain is also a very good news for like adoption and being able to use it internationally, because I think they're having like big issues with centralization for international crypto laws. Because I know like our homies in Germany haven't been able to sell Blankos for years. Like they bought a bunch and then they're just like blocked out of the marketplace. And we have people in our community, in the Neon Space community, that like stop playing Blankos because of that. They're like, I like the game, but like I literally, my shit's locked in my account. I can't sell it and the money just gets stuck there. So like, I do think, again, the Mythical team is solving these problems that other teams haven't even run into yet. Like, other teams on Wax, the chain we're on, they're running into problems that are, like, years ahead of, like, they're solving problems that people on Wax are going to run into a year and a half from now. They're so much far ahead of, like, most other people in the NFT gaming space. They've also figured out matchmaking for PvP, which is, I don't know how many, like, beta and alpha games you play. Matchmaking is a fucking nightmare. Like, we take it for granted when you play Call of Duty or Halo that you can just click find match and it puts you into a match with people. That is not the case. Like, matchmaking is buggy. It sucks. You get disconnected. Like, the servers lag. Like, so Mythical is like leagues ahead of a lot of the stuff that, like, we've been following the production of Wax games for the past 2 years. We got into Wax and somebody on Wax hipped us to Blankos and the Mythical team. So we've been on Wax even longer than that, and we've been watching these games develop and just like, yeah, like people don't even know what they don't know. Like, the onboarding is way harder, the cashing out is way harder. Like, the Mythical team is solving problems that are like other people are going to run into for sure. So I think they're doing a good job. It's also a brand new space. Like, they're learning as they go. It's not like there's been 20 years of NFT gaming companies that you can copy their business models and you know what works. Like, people are figuring out live real time like how this stuff works, and I think they've made some mistakes, but I still think they're one of the best. Like, I think they're so much better than Gala Games. Gala Games would probably be like one of the other major developers for Web3 games, and Gala Games is way overpriced. They charge like multiple $1,000s for like a 1 of 10K avatar for a first-person shooter.
What one's Gala Games? What shooter is theirs?
It was called, I want to call it Rust, but it's definitely not Rust. That's a different game. It was Grit is what it was called. It was supposedly going to be the first game in the Epic Game Store, but they delayed it and Blankos beat it. So even though it was announced as the first game in the Epic Game Store, it was not. It goes to Blankos, baby! I was like, what are they talking about? Like, Blankos is already in there. This game's not even out yet. Gala also has Spider Tanks is their other big game. Spider Tanks is a big one. That one's not in the Epic Game Store, but yeah, Gala is the issue with they're charging prices for crypto investors and not gamers, so everything is just wildly overpriced because they're going on the speculative value of like ether sales, not what gamers play for stuff. So it's like, if you're paying $1,500 for an avatar, like, what are the chances you're going to find 10,000 other players that are willing to pay over $1,500 for that avatar? So that's the math. Like, there's going to be 10,000 of these. You need 10,000 active players that all have more than $1,500 for anybody to make money buying for that $1,500. That's just fucking nonsense. Like, if you're a part of, like, I don't know, certain skins in Counter-Strike sell for that much, but only like a handful when there's like 50 of them, not when there's 10,000 of them. So like, I don't know. I think that sort of shit is just way out of hand. And I also think Mythical's a little guilty of that. Their whole like, their Dead Mouse drops and also their Burberry drops were just way overpriced. Like, that's just asking for people to lose money because they're not going to hold value at like $400. But again, you live and you learn. At one point, all of those were flippable and doubling in price, so it seemed like it was a good idea, and it seemed like everybody's buying them was actually being rewarded for buying them. So, you know, at one point, it looked like the Mythical team was not like screwing over the community, and then it became oversaturated, and it kind of like too many mints went out of everything, and then just the whole thing came down. But like, again, I don't think they did that intentionally, and I think they're going to learn and do better for their mint structures in the new games. It's just unfortunate that like Blankos. And that's when like the community was saying FUD and stuff, and they were like, because they called Blankos an experiment. They were basically saying like all their new games, they learned lessons from Blankos and are making better. That's why it's mobile. That's why you can't grind out NFTs for free inside of NFL Rivals, because that devalued the shit out of the Blankos NFTs, and like all the stuff that happened to ruin the economy for Blankos, they're adjusting in the new games. It doesn't mean they're giving up on Blankos, just that like, you know, Blankos was a learning experience and they didn't do perfect on it. I want to say like I want to say that the first set bonus, the Sergeant Poppy or whatever his name was, that dude was selling for like $800 to $1,000, and that's when Blankos really started like getting bot problems and shit because nobody even grinded that guy out. There's only like 300 or 400 minted, and that's why it's so expensive. And then everybody learned you could make $1,000 doing the season pass, and then the next season had like 5 times the amount of NFTs minted because I think everybody's multi-counting and like abusing it for profit. And that really like was kind of the beginning of the end of the Blankos economy, was when people learned that for free you can potentially earn something worth $1,000, which is just fucking crazy. I missed that one by like so few points. I missed it by like 20 or like 30. I was so pissed off. Like that was the first season I started playing Blankos, and I just started playing too late. Like I didn't start at the beginning of the season, so I missed the points I needed. I got the helmet though. I got the Make Love Not War helmet. I have that. But Sergeant Poppy's the only season guy I haven't unlocked. I've unlocked every other season grind, so he's forever a tarnish on my collection. I've sold a couple of the other ones too. Generally what I like to do is unlock the season bonus, wait 4 or 5 seasons, sell it, and then buy the new season pass with the money I made from selling it. So I kind of like recycle my season bonuses into just buying the new season passes. That just hasn't been working very well because all the new season passes sell for so little that like... yeah, like I'm not making my money back basically, but I'm still having fun with Blankos. I just need to stop buying them. I bought way too many Blankos. Got like 30 or something. I love my Blankos though. All right.
Yeah, you got a few.
I'm trying to wrap up the stream for a minute. Let's raid into Custom TV. He is playing Big Time. Tomorrow we'll be playing Big Time, which also, by the way, Bales. I know you said you don't play games that aren't mythical games, but Big Time is a very fun NFT game. It's an MMORPG, kind of like World of Warcraft or Diablo. So if you're into that, consider hitting me up on Discord. I'm an ambassador, so I can get people a Ruby pass and you can play for free. It's definitely worth checking out. It's a free-to-play, actually game-first, NFT-second game, so it's very fun. And we're going to play that tomorrow on stream at 2:30 to 3 p.m.-ish Pacific time, and you can play with up to 6 people. So if anybody wants to hop in, you can play cooperative with us. And you don't need to be good. Like, if you're horrible at the game, I'm happy to carry you through. I'm like level 20. If you're level 5, we can play like a level 10 dungeon, and I'll just level you up. So don't feel pressure that you're like not contributing or you're not good enough to play with us. We're kind of noobs too. We're not great at Big Time. So like, we play it for fun. And also, I'm happy to like play with people that are much lower level. I'm not really worried about leveling up and stuff. So
yeah, plus
we'll
I can
that tomorrow.
change to my lower level pocket watch and start leveling that new thing up.
And yeah, we'll continue the stream Rivals and Blankos. I've been trying to stream every Friday. We do Blankos into Big Time. So Friday's been our like NFT gaming day. We usually do a little bit of Blankos and then a little bit of Big Time. But we're starting to get to the point where there's actual like enough games that we could play like four different real NFT games on Friday now. Like that was not a thing a couple of years ago. There's like no options. So it's pretty fantastic that we're even where we are.
I'm getting good
the
at
other
the
reason
field
I'm
goal
ranting
dive
about Big
right now.
Time is the person we are raiding into Custom TV is playing Big Time. So I wanted to shout that out and say if you're interested in what he's doing, I can hook you up with the same access. So we're going to call it a stream. I'll give you a link to our Discord in case you want to hit me up, Bales, or anything. I am PolishDog90, aka Lewis. I have both tags in our server. I'm an admin, so you can see me at the top of the list. My computer is always on. Just send me a DM or tag me in general if you want to play Big Time, or even if you just want to chat about Rivals or Blankos or whatever. I'm a nerd. I talk about this stuff even when I'm not on stream, and I'm obsessed with it. So thanks for watching, everybody. It's been a fun stream. We'll be back on tomorrow for some more gaming. I'm going to do an infinity mirror to some music and then raid into...
I popped back in for the infinity bit, but I took my shirt off. It's too hot out here.
We're going to get banned.
The sun's like right on me right now.
Oh, yeah. Infinity mirror. Infinity. I am forever infinite. All right, we're going to raid someone. Peace out, everybody. Thanks for watching.
See you guys.
Peace. Later, everybody. a fun stream.